All right, we are live, everybody, with the full draft breakdown. So we had the earlier draft. If you guys want to see the full draft, that was earlier stream. You guys should go and check that out. And then this one will be the breakdown itself, where we talk about everybody's team in depth, what we actually think about it, and at the end, we're even going to be ranking them based on which ones we think are like the strongest, and that's how we'll be doing it. So. It's going to be a very fun stream. I got Envy with me here again today, who's 15 subs away, by the way. If you're watching this, wherever you're watching this, he's only 50 subs away.
Yep.
From
really close.
75K. That's okay.
We are so close. I think we can hit it tonight. I think we can.
Yep.
If everyone works together, binds together, bands together, we could do it. But we'll let everyone know once they get here. Hopefully, we get like a million viewers right now. So I can
hopefully we get
hit my million subs tonight.
Facts only. Let me just add everybody in SPL. Everyone, we are live again with the full draft breakdown of everyone's teams, and we'll be ranking them as well. Cool. That's been tweeted. I tweeted that out. How's everybody doing on the draft? We got a bunch of people here already. Hey. Yeah, you're using tomorrow I'll make a video on all the tier changes, which are pretty wild. And then I'll record some UU as well, most likely. Hey Zion, what's good everybody? It's gonna be a good stream.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Have some confidence.
It's gonna be a fantastic stream.
It's gonna be a good stream. It's gonna be an absolutely monumental stream.
It's gonna be the best stream we've absolutely ever had.
There we go. That's the Pokemon I know.
You just tell me to go to bed at 1 a.m. I don't even start streaming sometimes at this time.
Delibird Envy, really? Yes, indeed. Remember, think about it like this, right? Think about it like this. Delibird is literally past version of Iron Bundle. If you think about it like that, it's like this is literally an Iron Bundle variant.
Mm-hmm.
Regional Iron Bundle form from Johto.
If you want to. If you absolutely want to. Did you leave a like? Alright, let me get this going. Alright. Yes. Let me see, yes. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice stream. Got Envy. Like I said, he's only 50 subs away from 75K, which is freaking awesome. I'm supposed to go to sleep for school and my sanity. Oh, well, that's okay. You don't need that in life.
Sanity? Yeah. Only just a little bit. Not a lot.
Just a little taste.
Just a little taste of sanity. Not a lot.
It's only 9:30 for me. I got another 2 hours before sleep. Hey, no worries. Nice 11:30. That's not bad. It's definitely 12:30 for both Envy and I.
Yep.
But it's gonna be a good time. So let's get into this. While people start to pour in, we're just gonna be giving our thoughts on every single team, going a little bit more in depth with it than we did on the stream. Besides, we talked about, oh yeah, these picks were cool. Oh yeah, this was good. But want to go a little bit more in depth and really just give you guys our thoughts on everybody's teams. And then, like I said, at the end we'll be ranking them. Maybe I'll make some timestamps tomorrow when I wake up if somebody hasn't already made them. Fantasy, appreciate you, bud. Thank you so much. Okay. So the first thing we're going to be talking about right here is Shuckle Kings, and I really love how powerful his team is, dude. I think the only immediate thing I notice is that insanely fast Pokemon, right? Hey, Alexander, insanely fast Pokemon on top, right? And then it kind of like trickles down for a bit, and he kind of like misses speed tiers between like Umbreon and like Bramble, because he has Bramble, right? But after that, it just jumps all the way up. So I feel like there's going to be Pokemon that are under Garchomp. They're just going to go super bulky versus his team because they don't need the speed investment versus his squad. Like, if they don't outspeed any of the top guys anyway, they're just going to go super bulky anyway, which I think is going to might end up being an issue for picking up KOs for specific Pokemon. Danny, appreciate you, bro. Much love. The Wakers looking good, both of them. What do you think, Envy?
So I think there's, like, in terms of immediate breakers, something that could just break, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like you'd have to, like, run, I don't know, immediate breakers is, like, tough because it's, like, everything I feel like needs to set up in order to do well.
Yeah, that's. I mean, Enamors can run specs,
And Emmer's can run specs.
and
True.
same thing with the fish. The fish can definitely run specs too with adaptability. Like I'm not.
But when you factor in Chinese AV, it's hard to say what you can really do with that kind of power, right? Chinese AVs is like, think of the Great Wall of China. How long is it going to take you to walk from one end to the other end?
What does that mean, MV, in terms of LeBron's legacy? Now, seeing as though we both said something that has nothing to do with the draft, what do you mean by that, MV? Do you think that his team gets shut down by AV? Is that what you're trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is, you're going to need a lot more than a Choice Specs Moonblast to be able to break through things in this team. However, I do like the setup potential that he has. Setup potential is really good.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's weird, right? Because I one of the things about his team that you obviously immediately notice is that he doesn't have too much momentum users, right? So U-turn on Masquerade, U-turn Talonflame, Monkey Dory with U-turn or Parting Shot, and then flip turn on the Basket Legion. But like some of those mons are the ones that want to be in when it happens. Like Basket Legion wants to be in, so I don't know if does it really want to flip turn versus Surf type of thing. Does Talonflame U-turn is fine if it's like Willow's support with Defog. Monkey Dory has a good move pool. I think for the most part, Monkey Dory wants to be attacking. So I don't know if he's going to struggle getting in Mons. But then when I think about it a little bit more, I'm not 100% sure because he has the Umbreon Wish Pass to Chomp, so Chomp can come in and take a hit no matter what and get it right back. And I know Meow is perfect.
As an Umbreon connoisseur, I can tell you for a fact that in terms of like trying to get in Mon safely and switches and stuff like that, you really only need Umbreon on your team and then 5 other Mons, right? You wish, protect, and then you like switch on one of those turns. Maybe when a wish is there. Umbreon is a Mon that could just sit there. It could do actually some pretty good damage with foul play as well, right? So I feel like you don't need switch-ins per se if you have like an Umbreon in your team.
Fair.
That's from my experience, at least from using it.
That's fair. I mean, he also has a Terra on it, right? And I think Terra, Poison, and Fairy are perfect for Umbreon, as we mentioned before.
And you have Toxic as well, right? So literally,
Exactly.
like, if you are struggling to switch in, you bring in your Umbreon, you just sit there, and then you make them switch.
Fandoc has the problem. Shuckle might need to update it. Kazan, if you could just DM Shuckle, that'd be great. Like, he'd definitely do it if you can. I think Umbreon got Toxic back. It did.
It did get Toxic back. Yeah,
It's
Umbreon
great.
is great.
It's really good again. I will say my favorite member on this team, besides obviously Meow and Chomper, is Bramblegas. I think that the Tailwind we talked about a little bit earlier in the stream, like last time, but I think the Tailwind plus Talonflame is really, really strong. Like Poltergeist from Bramblegas is really nice, and I think it just becomes a way better Pokemon than what it was before. I'm trying to think. Like, I guess he could go like a Tank Chomp if he wants to run like more balance, right? He could go like a Tank Chomp plus Umbreon, but I feel like Chomp is gonna be his main way of sweeping. You know, with SD Scale Shot, especially because he got one of the better fairies, like a fairy that's off the ground that would stop Scale Shot, right? Most of the other fairies, besides the other Enamorous, are kind of gonna get Earthquaked for the most part. So I don't know. I will say
Chomp is the main sweeper. 100% Chomp is the main sweeper. You can potentially sweep with an Amorous or Monkey Dory. But I guess your Terra Captain Girder probably is like one of the more underrated bulk up sweepers that you have on your team.
It'll definitely be annoying.
I definitely think it's gonna be annoying, and I think in terms of setup, a lot like the Terramons kind of put in more work than
we ever
some of the upper tier mons, and like it kind of works along the same plane or the same level.
Literally.
So I could definitely see like Garchomp Girder and one of the two between Monkey Dory and Enamorous potentially being like good sweepers.
And someone in chat mentioned, I don't know, I said someone in chat, I could literally just scroll up. Patrick in chat mentioned that the inclusion of Toxic, how do we think it will affect the games? I think it will be huge, right? Like, I think the poisons being able to, specifically Umbreon's not a poison, but in this one it kind of is. Being able to Toxic is going to be really big for them actually being able to stall things out. Like, there's so many draft leagues in previous generations where Sub-Toxic and Toxic Protect was a defining factor in winning. Like, Heatran gets even more
Correct.
scary with it. It doesn't have it at the moment, but
yeah, I mean, taking into consideration, you're probably gonna see a lot more people preparing for Toxic Umbreon because Umbreon is gonna be one of the premier things that's gonna be clicking, right? So you'll probably see more sub and stuff like that. That's why I'm super happy about the Dunsparce because it gets toxic with Boom
Toxic
Burst.
is
and goes through
Toxic is
subs.
crazy on Toxic is crazy on Dunsparce as well. Yeah, the Toxic with
Yeah.
Boomers combo is really nice. My day's been
Yeah.
good, Ancho. Thank you for asking.
How's you gonna ask about my day too?
No.
My day's been great.
Umbreon does get toxic again, and also the plethora of knockoff is going to be pretty big too, because it's not just Meow that gets it here, but just in general. I do think Girder. I think you made a good point about Girder, like being able to tank stuff. Like Eviolite makes a big difference, and
Yeah.
like when I think of like all the scary setup Terramons we have in this draft league, right? You have Beartic that could do something. You have SPL that could do something. Like this Girder Terra steals and just tanks, you know, type of stuff,
Yep.
and just tanks hits no matter what. So I don't know. I don't know if he's actually even gonna have a problem. I think the biggest thing is gonna be he gonna be able to get in his mons as safely as he wants to, and it really
Yeah.
comes down to like Wish from Umbreon. Do you like his steel type, honestly, in this generation?
I've used Bronzong before in draft. I actually
Same,
do
same.
like Bronzong.
Same.
I actually do like it. So I mean, I think it's bulky enough to withstand hits, right? In a steel type, you want your steel type to be able to sponge hits. You want it to be able to actually provide maybe some utility. Steel types are just great in general. I mean,
I feel like he's gonna miss
areas
toxic.
like that.
I feel like he's gonna miss not having toxic. You know, like when
On
I had
Bronzong?
Zong. Yeah, when I had Zong, I ran it with toxic so many weeks. It was because toxic protects the easiest thing to throw on this mon.
It's true, but like I mean, Gyro Ball is really spammable, especially because you're so slow. It's really strong, and I think the way that you use Bronzong is like as a tank, but also you have coverage. Like you have like Ice Spinner, you have Gyro Ball Earthquakes, you have potential Calm Mind stored powers there too. Like I feel like this mon, you're gonna miss Toxic, sure, but I mean you have rocks and you have setup. Like I don't think you need any more than that.
Fair. I mean, I think his first 3 picks are gonna carry, and I think Umbreon's gonna carry when it comes to this league for him.
Yeah, obviously I think there's a lot more steals types that could actually be more valuable than Bronzong, but I don't know how many steel types were taken at this point in time, but I think a lot were.
There's a spreadsheet of the drafts, just linked is in the description right there. Also, Landers and Como were drafted, but they got traded out before the actual official draft, which is really interesting to think about. Honestly, kind of
This
makes
was around
sense.
5 picks, so I think you got Heatran on the 5th pick,
As
and
well.
then I don't know how many steals that were great that were left.
Yeah, literally. Like, yeah, you're 100% right. I'm sure he wanted Heatran. Like, Heatran and Amherst, Heatran Masquerada, Heatran Chomp.
Heatran would have been like the one that made the most sense in that
Yeah.
slot.
Though I do think his team would have shifted a bit. I would think he would get something. He would have got maybe like a Rotom Wash if he could afford it over Talonflame if he had Heatran, in my opinion.
Does Enamorous learn Tailwind?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, because like I mean, you know, the Tailwind, the Wind
Poltergeist,
Rider, Bramble
yeah,
Gas,
yeah, it makes it good.
utilize something like that.
Yeah, no, Como was indeed picked up. Lesbian, it was. I don't know why it's such a name. I mean, that's your name, but it was picked up by Vivid, but he actually ended up dropping it. But yeah, Como cannot Terra. We did not allow Pokemon like that to terrestrialize, which makes a big
Yes,
difference when it
sir.
comes to it. I like Vivid's team. Masquerade gives him spikes and T-spikes. He has spikes on Bramblegrass as
You mean
well. I'm sorry,
Freckles.
Shuckle King. Sorry, we're just talking about
It's not
Vivid for a
Vivid,
second.
this is Shuckle.
Yeah, and I think Enamorous is really good, regardless of Terra Captains and stuff. This mon's really hard to switch into. I think that's what's gonna make or break your team. Like his team, I think that's exactly what's gonna make or break it. I feel like Enamorous is the type of Pokemon you can bring every week. Click Moonblast every week and chill.
So 100% Garchomp comes every week. I don't see a reason why Garchomp would never come every week. Meowscarada, I think, as well. Like those 2 months together probably take care of 75% of your problems, and then you just bring 4 that are best after that.
Straight up. All right, I like his team though.
Yep.
So we got Nexus. In my opinion, this is one of Nexus's best drafts. Like,
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Every single draft that we've had in Scarlet and Violet Nexus has had Iron Valiant, but each one gets progressively more and more dangerous with
Yes.
each new league that we're in.
yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you. Last Respects is not allowed. No, Last Respects is banned. But he does have Terra Captain with Poltergeist. Like, the dog did get Poltergeist, which is actually a lot better. His first pick, obviously, you know, we all let him get Iron Valiant. That's no secret. He was like 6th pick, and he was like, I'm not going to give Val. But it was like, guys, let's all just give Nexus Val. I love seeing him use Val. And the fact that he went from, like, what 3-4 kills in BBR to 15 kills last season. I think it was great. What up, bro? Hey, let's go. I helped Nexus with his team. That's fire. I also did. So did Envy as well.
Yep, I did too.
Yeah. But yeah, Val is really nice. I think his momentum this time is gonna help him a lot, right? Because he has, in my opinion, Hisui Electro is a Pokemon that can be brought almost every game, if not every game, right? It's gonna give him high speed. It's gonna give him a good special attacker. It's a good mon. And he can pick between his defensive core. Like he doesn't have to run his Hippo as all. Like he could just go straight up offense, right? He could go like Val, Cornerstone with Spike's lead, Gambit, Moth, and then do like some sort of Electrode Mandibuzz or like some sort of Electrode Alomola as well, right? Like I think he's gonna be set with this type of team. I really like it. He has so many options. I know that Iron Moth isn't as broken in draft without Terra, so like
That's true. That is true, but I do think either way. I mean, it's not like Volcarona, right? It's not like Volcarona. It actually has some. It actually, I think, has the moves that can do a lot.
For sure. Can't like
maybe not to a Heatran, but you know, like to everything else. Let me ask you something. So how many points was Sandslash?
Like 4 or something like that. 4 points maybe.
Was Gabite 1 point or 2 points?
Gabite was probably 1. No, Gabite was probably Gabite was most likely 1.
What if he went like a 3-pointer and Gabite? If he doesn't have a dragon, Gabite could have actually been cool on sand.
I don't think Gabite would have been good though.
I think so. You tried to sell that one to me.
Yeah, I tried to tell you it was trash.
You tried to say, like, oh, Gabite's actually kind of cool for your team, bro.
For your team.
That's what she told me. Yeah.
For your team. But next he's trying to win, bro. Not he ain't trying to sabotage you.
Oh, okay. I see now.
Nah, Gabite was 1 point. Yeah, Danny was the one who sold me on Chimecho. Legitimately, he did. He did sell me on Chimecho. But I think that like Sandslash is just a good late. Obviously, it would have been preferred that he has Sandslash with Terra, right? But his Terra captains are better. His Terra captains are way better. Like this is such a good team for Nexus. He also gets Toxic Spike. He has Spike. He has Rocks. He has 2 forms of Hazard Control. He's a really good defogger, right? The reason Mandibuzz is such a great defogger. Sachi, thank you so much. I'm really topic, but I think something might need to be said. Oh, I don't want to talk about. I appreciate the super chat, but I have nothing. I don't want to talk about him at all. He's not on my. I'm not giving him the time of day. Best thing to do is ignore him.
Memory wipe.
Facts. Colton Phoenix said, "Yo, Envy, did you know if you click the Best Buy link, Joey will trade you his Dragon Ball for a mon of your choice?" You don't want Dragon Ball. But yeah, there's nothing. They're not trying to bring that here. But yeah, anyway, I think Mandibuzz is a great defogger because, like, first off, he has a good Defiant user on his team, right? King Gambit. Now, obviously, most people are going to use Supreme Overlord, and the fact that Lando is not drafted currently means less of that. Like, Golden Go can obviously block defog, but it doesn't want to come in on knockoff, right, from a Mandibuzz, because then what is it doing after? It can't threaten it with Trick after. It makes it rain and roosts off and U-turns out, or it just U-turns out if Golden Go tries to nasty pot, so you bring out your giant threat after your Iron Moth type of thing. So yeah, I don't know. I really like Mandibuzz as a defogger for him. I don't know how much he'll bring Sandslash, I'll be completely honest. I think it's just a good mod for him. You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah. So I think you're always going to be. Yeah, it's good. It's a good option to have as a Sand Rush user. I think every single time though, you're going to be bringing. If you're going to be bringing Sand Rush, you're going to be bringing Houndstone plus Hippo. I don't think you're going to be fitting Sandslash on there unless you're trying to stack. Like unless it's like actually really good to just Sand Rush your opponent all the way through. Then I could see like Houndstone stacked with Sandslash perhaps, but. Like the defensive options he has in Mandibuzz and Alomola are just so good to keep everything healthy.
Yep. Flip turn's so good for Aloe, dude. It's better than BP too because you can't be taunted. It really is. Right? It loses like Aloe's not set up fodder with flip turn.
Yeah, think about it like this: like you have Hippo, you go Aloe, right? It's either eject button or you just go into it and then you just flip turn out into Houndstone, right? Yep. It's like the slow flip turn. Then Houndstone comes in, claims like a knockout or two, then you switch out, you go back Aloe, you flip turn again. It's super nice just to have that momentum from Pokemon like. Flip turn on Momola, from U-turn Mandibuzz. Like, they're slow, right? They're slow U-turns. Then you also have, like, fast momentum from potential U-turn Ogerpon. Full switch on Hisuian Electrode. Yeah, it's a really good combination.
Dude, I feel like his team can get away with boot spam, too, you know? Like, Mandibuzz, Aloe, Electrode, Moth type of thing, Cornerstone, they could all, oh, not Cornerstone, Valiant can all get away with
Yeah.
boot spam if they really want to, because he can keep his team alive, rely on spikes for the opponent, and then just like continuously wish pass, mess around with static and stuff too. I think the biggest thing is, oh man, I'm having a hard time hearing this. Would be a shame if there's a link to hearing aids while helping out a really underrated YouTuber. Envy, do you wanna let them know about how they can support both of us?
Of course, of course. To support Joey, all you gotta do is click his Best Buy affiliate link, !Best Buy. Oh, thank you, Joey. You already did. I was about to type it out too.
Oh, thank you.
There's a how link right there. If you click that link, you support him for free just by clicking it. That's all you gotta do. You don't have to do anything like extra or anything like that. All you gotta
Yep.
do is just mouse over it, click it, 2 seconds. Boom, done.
Yeah, you support him for
redirect you to
free.
hearing aid. You support him for free. Redirect you to hearing aid. If you want to hear a little bit better, you can buy that.
Or,
Or
yep.
you can use that link and redirect yourself to another item or another product that you could use, buy something else, and support Joey. But just clicking it helps himself anyways.
Yeah, literally clicking it helps, but if you want to pick something up, obviously
The second way to support is
sub to my boy Envy. He's less than 50 subs away from 75k. Do you think we're gonna get the Pokemon art? Hopefully soon.
yeah, sub to me, please. I'm literally almost at 75k. Just another like 45 or so to go. So if y'all can subscribe to me, it'd be very much appreciated.
Yeah.
Everyone watching subs to me.
Sorry, Joey. It says it only works
Little
for
past
USA
it
Canada.
easy.
Can't support you. Just literally clicking the link supports me regardless of where you live. But
Yep.
I do want to say, like, he was lacking on this, like, because just Val's crazy, right? Val is absolutely. How are you doing this? Are you doing this in random order or in ranking? We're doing this in random order, and then we're ranking at the end.
We're gonna be ranking at the end. Correct,
Yeah, I already have a
correct.
tier list of everything, so that we do it at the end. If I see the new
Let's
art-
do a. I think we should do a. Oh, you know what we should do on each of the drafts?
What?
We should do a fling count. So how many
Oh my
Pokemon on
God.
each person's team learn fling? So first one, I want to say fling can it be learned? Oh, it can be learned by Iron Valiant. So big nuggets can be flung by Iron Valiant. That's pretty cool.
I have an actual thing. What do you think will be the MVP on this team? Do you think it's actually going to be his Iron Valiant, or do you think it's going to be one of his Terra Caps?
Terra Houndstone probably.
You think Terra Houndstone's going to be one of the MVPs, like even over Val?
No, not. I think Val is gonna be at that very upper top of the top, and then probably. I think Hisui and Electro is great. I've seen you use it before, and it was really good on your team. But I don't know if it was really more of a kill leader than just kind of a mon that was good.
It was just a mon that was really good, and it was just supporting the team. It basically kept me in the game always.
Yeah, I think Houndstone actually could become a kill leader just because of how strong it can be with Poltergeist, Choice Band, and Sand Rush with Terra Ghost.
yeah.
So I do think that mon has potential to be a kill leader, but I think probably the mons that will put in the most work are going to be Valiant, Cornerstone, Houndstone. Wait, Cornerstone, Houndstone? Ooh, double stone core. Ooh.
I really want to see him pop off with Iron Moth this season, though. I hope he gets his special attack raises. Is there an official power ranking by the league?
Stone?
No. So this is because this is season 1 of the league. I don't have I mean, OG Albino is doing some analyzing as well and stuff on his channel, which would be cool. We'll be watching that at some points as well. But we don't have like analysts. We have a Twitter, but we don't have like, it's not like in a channel, but it's not like we're doing anything with them yet. This is kind of like a test run to see if I can run a league and how we like it and what we can do with it. And then if we like it, obviously we'll go forward with more type of things. At the end of the day, though, we are going to talk about Gambit in a bit. But at the end of the day, we want to do this for content. We want to do this so everybody can enjoy and have a good league. And no matter what content ends up on other people's channels, I'll always be doing the watch togethers. I'll always be doing the pick'ems like I always do because I like doing that. And yeah, so the reason we didn't think of King Gambit being a kill leader like the others, though I think it gives him strong priority, which I think his team really needed, was because without terrestrialization, it's not. What up, Willow? It's not as disgusting as it could be. He could put a Chopper Berry on it though and chill. Like he'll live a hit. But it's definitely not as nasty as it could be. But it being a secondary ghost resist for him is real nice. Let's get to the next team.
Yep.
Alright, Drewly. So Drew's team is wild because like from afar, all the mons look good. But when you put them together, I'm like, how great is this team? And I'm trying to picture it because I mean you can go ahead. I feel like you know exactly what I'm thinking.
I know exactly what you're thinking. So what we are thinking collectively is that each individual Pokemon that he has picked is great. I think They all have value. They are all Pokemon that can do really, really well. Now, when you put it together, right, you got to think, how does X Pokemon benefit Y Pokemon? How does the synergy work? How does each Pokemon kind of help each other out in a sense? And that's where I'm kind of like struggling. I feel like they're all great, and I can definitely see some typings that, like, okay, like for example, Slowbro can sponge hits that maybe some Salamence doesn't like, or Ogerpon can sponge hits that Hisuian Arcanine doesn't like. But it's like, aside from that, I feel like, I don't know how
I think
mutually beneficial the partners are together.
I think the way his teams are going to go every week is like he's going to bring Treads for rocks and Volt Switch around, and low kicks to U-turn around into Conk and Arcanine, right? Like Electro to Volt Switch into them, into like Trevenant and click Strong, Choice Banner, or Guts move. Any spoiler free tips for XD Gale Darkness? I mean,
Catch Lugia.
use Ursaring the entire game. There you go. Use
Shadow
Ursaring.
Lugia is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time.
Use Ursaring the entire game, literally. I mean, I get it. It's literally priority. It's like, this is priority spam, and his idea is just bringing them on and hit hard. And I honestly, with a Project Iceman, I'm honestly okay with that. I think that Drew has used like whatever he wanted before, and he beat top people to get into playoffs, right? Like he did super well.
Here's the thing though, like the difference between his last draft, the last draft that he had was Sun, and I feel like every Mon on his team kind of helped each other out. Torkoal was such an enabler for a lot of other different types of Mons on his team, like Brute Bonnet, like Cinderace, Walking Wake. Like there's a lot of stuff that on his team that, you know, really, really worked well together. So I think that's like a huge difference. But
I want to note
time will
that
tell.
I don't think he has one bad Pokemon, right?
No, not at all. Like
I think
we said, you know, every Pokemon individually is great.
I'm excited to see how the core of Treads, Pheasantipity, Slowbro goes. I think the biggest thing that's going to hold him back is that his flying type is Mence, which doesn't have Roost at the moment.
It doesn't have Roost?
Does Mence have Roost at the moment? I feel like it didn't. Maybe it does. I thought Mence. Maybe it's just Defog I'm thinking about. Maybe Mence does have Roost.
It has Roost. It has
Okay, it has Roost
yeah,
at the moment? Okay, maybe I think about Defog. Okay, if Mence has Roost, then it's fine. Okay, cool. It has Roost. Good. No, it has Roost.
Yeah, it's Roost.
Professor's in SPL, yeah. You know what would be crazy, though? The Harvest Custard Berry they were talking about in chat right there. Harvest Custard Berry with Trevenant? Ooh,
yeah. So like I'm saying, each individual Mon I feel like can do really, really well. I mean, I feel like it doesn't even need to like help each other out, whatever. You just bring one Mon after the other. Like whatever's the Mon's good, you just build a set around something that's good and you just use it.
it would have been so good, dude, if the bro had Chilly Reception, basically, or like
It would have, or teleport, something like that for Momentum. Yeah, Momentum would have been so great on that Mon. I mean, I do like the fact that he has Volturn. He has really good Volturn with Electrode plus low kicks, and then he has more passive Volturn in Treads plus Pheasantipity. But he has like two strong Volturn and two like support Volturn.
Yeah, the biggest issue is that his best Pokemon to tank hits has to come in and then switch out into the other Pokemon. It can't let them in for free. If bro had teleport, this would be a completely different story.
Yeah, I think so too.
But
I think Ogerpon's gonna be fun though, like super fun to see. I think it's gonna be an MVP for sure.
oh yeah, for sure. I can't wait to actually see him use it. I also want to see if he can how he pilots low kicks plus Hisuian Arcanine. I'm really excited about that. They just see how they go.
All of these Mons are good for sure. I like them.
I think they're all good Mons, legit. I would draft every single one of them. Maybe not all on the same team, but I would literally draft all of them. Like I know.
Drew messaged me before he was going to bed, and he was like, "Can you like hold Pheasantipity for me and get on the way back?" And I remember you told me that you wanted it, so I was like, "I don't know if it's gonna make it to you on the way back." So we had a backup, but then you didn't pick it, so I was like, "All right, here we go. You got
that's
Pheasantipity.
fine. Yeah, you
got it."
Yeah. Yeah, no worries, dude. I'm happy you got it.
That's a great Mon. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how that Mon does for him.
Same. All right, Leo's team that the chat has dubbed UU the team, which I mean I see it. I obviously see it. I didn't see it when we were drafting, but I obviously see it now. That's not to say Q's not in this one. That's not to say that it's a bad team though at all. I think Leo's team is very threatening. His Terra captains surprised me a bit. Right, we talked about it during the actual draft, but I'm surprised no Decision Y plus Tinkaton. I do think Magneton, Braviar are very good Terra captains. Do not get me wrong at all. I think they're very good Terra captains. But I feel like Tinkaton would have done a lot for him, bro.
You would have gotten a lot more value out of Tinkaton for sure, because Tinkaton by itself, without translation, is a little bit underwhelming.
It's a support mon, right? It does its thing, but with Terra, it becomes a sweeper, right?
It does become a sweeper with Terra, yes, with Swords Dance and stuff like that, or even like a mon that can act defensively and just stay healthy because you have a Terra type that is good against your opponent, plus Scream Tail to wish you up.
Yeah, it's a very good balanced team, right? He has four Pokemon that can U-turn. He has his Volt Switch as well. And I get the vision, right? You use Magneton, you Terra Ground, you trap Mahitran, and then you try and sweep with Bandit or Scarf Haxorus, or you trap Corviknight, try to sweep with Mammoth. I get it, right? It makes sense. It's Drag Mag, right? In that regard, it makes sense. But I feel like you could trap Heatran, or you could SD Terra Ground, knock it out with Tinkaton, you know? So that's like my biggest issue with that, but I still think Magneton is freaking amazing, and Eviolite makes a big difference. So I don't think it's going to be bad at all. Has a good Volt turn. The situation is really interesting. I feel like he's going to be using it more support than he would be choiced, because the lack of Terra is going to really give it the extra oomph. Well, it's going to make it miss the extra oomph.
Yeah. Yeah, so one thing I do really like, though, is Mamoswine on the team is there. So remember I was talking about earlier, walking from one end to the other end of the Great Wall of China?
Yes.
Yeah, so with Mamoswine, if you're holding an AV running a Chinese EV spread, it's gonna take you that long to try to like knock its HP down because that mon is so bulky.
Oh, thank you, MV. He can't tear Haxorus, it's illegal. His team does remind me of the stuff we draft in 7th gen, bro. Like, legitimately, doesn't it? Like, straight up like that. Doesn't his team remind you of things we draft in literally Gen 7?
Yes, yes, it does. I remember
Torn Memo, Haxorus, Z. Exactly.
Yeah, we ran like Z Decidueye 7,000 arrow star raid or something, was it? 1,000 arrow raid.
I don't remember what it is. Do you think offense or defense Terra is better in draft? I think both are good. But I think offensive Pokemon with defensive Terra types are great, and he has that, right? He has Ground and Steel on Braviary, and he has Grass on Mag, which makes a big difference. I do think that if Terra was if Decidueye was one of his Terra captains, I think his team would be even scarier. Steve, thank you so much for inspiring me to join draft. Met so many cool new people and communities. Best thing that happened to me recently. Well, much love, Steve, and thank you so much for the super chat as well. I'm happy that you are playing draft. It's great that it's great that the scene is being revived. So that's awesome. Appreciate you, bud. Anyway,
Awesome.
I think his team is still very hard to switch into, though. Like, Analytic Mag, right? Sheer Force Braviary, Haxorus, period.
Mamoswine, Chinese Mamoswine.
Mamoswine.
Super difficult to switch into with the
Ape
ice
is so
coverage.
freaking good. Ape is so freaking good as well. Like, and Ape has exactly what it wants, right? Pokemon that can take hits for Ape. You got Torn and you have the Screamtail. And they really do make up for the fact that his bulky water is a good Pokemon, but it's not. This is not really a bulky water that's a water switching. You know what I mean? Like, Quag can run Water Absorb, but rarely does Quag want to come in on other bulky waters because it usually loses 1v1. So, Screamtail being the support, the Regenerator Torn, he knew exactly what he wanted when he drafted Torn first.
No, he didn't. He took way too long to pick one mon after the other. He did not know exactly what he wanted. This man was posting GIFs, dancing around, and then after he was the wheel pick, so he had to pick 2 mons. He picked 1 mon, and then 2 hours later picked the next one. He did not know what he wanted, bro.
He just
finally. He ended up with something that he wanted. He did not know what he wanted in the moment, bro. There's no way. I saw him. Everyone saw him, bro. Everyone saw him. So I gotta implement the 6-foot tax next time. I'm telling you.
Hey, but once the timer got on, he was fine.
Yeah.
I really like Skuntank. I love Skuntank. It's a great. I wish it still had Pursuit, right? Like, if there was 2 Pokemon that I want to have Pursuit, it's Tyranitar and Skuntank. Literally. Yep, you can change Terra types till week 5. So he could definitely do that if he really wants to. But I love Skuntank for his team. I love the T-Spike Absorber. He gets T-Spike now, which is great. And you've used Sub-Toxic Skuntank to success in draft as well.
Super successfully, yeah. Like, just being able to hit 100% accurate Toxics and do all kinds of stuff with that mon. It just feels really good.
Yep. Legitimately really good. Also, I don't know if the schedule is public yet. Is the schedule on the public doc? Let me see. I'll be copying this. Let me check real quick.
Skuntank does not get defog.
No,
Ooh.
not anymore. Not anymore.
Not anymore. No defog.
The schedule's
That
not up,
is
so
pretty crazy.
I'll put the I'll get Shuckle King to put the schedule. It's a pump.
Skuntank not having any defog means that the only defoggers are Decidueye. I think should get defog. And does Braviary get it? Yes, it does.
Yeah, Braviary has good defog, and Decidueye gets defog. That's his hazard control for this season, which is fine. Braviary is good. Same thing with Decidueye. They're both fine.
If you have Terra, it's good with Terra, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, legitimately with Terra. I'm surprised he didn't go like a fighting, but I get his more defensive ones. Ground is good too. Dude just wants to smack the steals, which I think is fine. Should be a Alolan Muck instead of Skuntank. I really thought he would get that, but price-wise, he couldn't afford it from that position.
What's the price to? Maybe I have to check afterwards. But the price difference between
Skuntank, I can check right now. I have it open. You want to see?
Cool,
You want to see
cool.
Skuntank is 5. Alolan Muck is definitely like a 9 or 10.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Why isn't the dock working? Hold up.
Chicago Premier
There it is.
League.
Yeah, Alolan Muck is definitely like a 10. Yeah, it's 10 points. It's a 5-point difference.
Oh, okay.
Between the two. And which makes
Yeah.
sense.
Makes sense. It's a good mon.
It's a freaking great mon. Like, yeah, it's amazing. So, yeah, it makes sense. He didn't have enough points at that point. It was actually interesting to see because, like, I felt like he got a lot of value out of his first 4. And then, which I really liked. And he didn't spend that much on them either.
Yep.
Thank you, MT.
Nice. That was good. That was good.
All right, on to the next draft. All right, so we got Gentleman Thomas. Guys, make sure you check out everybody, by the way. If you're watching this at home, I got everybody's links in the description. Most people uploaded the draft analysis. Some of them are going up tomorrow, which is fine. But make sure you check out everybody. You know, we're going to be watching these people for 8+ weeks, right? Some of them for longer. So, you know, get comfy. Enjoy
And
them.
cozy.
Check out their content and just show some love. That's really what we want at the end of the day.
Yep.
Anyway, what do you think about Thomas's team, bro? I really love the synergy. Like, I mean, his first 3 picks are fantastic.
Phenomenal picks.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Top tier.
I mean, I would go as far as to say, you know, Zarud and Azumarill are really,
Yeah, honestly, it's
really
first
solid
five,
in
yeah.
the draft as well.
Fantasy,
Like, pretty
thank you
good.
so much,
First
bro. I
5 for
appreciate
sure.
you.
Yeah, first 5 for sure. I mean, you can't go wrong with those 5 mons. Those 5 mons are super good in draft. And, you know, you have a lot of versatility and options at your disposal. And I do think the lower tier picks are good value picks, like, for what they are. I mean, he has 3 Terra captains on his team, and all of which are going to be fast, right? You have Alolan Sandslash in Chilly Reception. Snow is going to be very fast.
Yep.
You have Raichu, which is naturally fast, base 110. And then you have Pyro, which is also pretty naturally fast as well. So, yeah, he's got a lot of great speed. Also, speed control in, I guess, T-Wave and stuff. He has a lot of T-Wave options, actually. Raichu, Slowbro can T-Wave, right? I'm pretty sure it can.
Yep.
Galarian.
Like a T-Wave. Blunter probably won't join a Wi-Fi Draft League. Patters, I've already talked to him. He's not interested right now. But I'll keep wearing him down.
Yeah, we'll condition them.
I just want to say that Gentleman Thomas just let us know in the group chat, and we're talking about his team right now. He said, so a little selfish here, but this is my first video to ever hit 1,000 views, and I'm not going to lie, I shed a little tear when I saw it. I absolutely cannot express my gratitude enough for getting this opportunity to play with you all. See, that is absolutely amazing. Guys, this guy has like 200 subs.
What a gentleman.
He has 200
What a
subs. I'm
gentleman.
going to link his channel.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is somebody we're going to be watching throughout the entire time. You know, go in. If you're interested, obviously, if you want to watch, and he uploads a lot of content. So, if you guys want to check him out, I'm sure it'll make his day if he doubled those subs, right? We got 700 people here. But, of course, only if you're going to be watching him throughout the draft league. He has 266 subs. Like, I know how happy he'd be to be able to get this. And I'm really glad that, you know, that's what we want, right? We want people to grow. We want people to...
He's a nice dude. He's a nice dude.
Yeah. Literally. He's a great dude. Absolutely great guy. Gentleman. And yeah, if y'all want to see from his side, he has a lot of draft content on his channel as well. Thomas King, great name. Yeah, so if y'all want to check him out, there he is as well. Thomas' video is sick. He did a great job on the sprites. He's a cool dude. He is a cool dude. And I'm going to need you to not meme anymore. No more. I think, honestly, yes. As I was saying, I think Alolan Sandslash is probably his best Terra Cap just for that. But outside of that, I really freaking love Pyro. Like, Pyro offensively is such a great special breaker for him. It's really nasty. With the specs over, I'm really high on Terra Fire captains. They're just so freaking good because Fire is so spammable. Like, even he hit 300 subs already. Awesome, guys. You guys are like making his you know, you guys are supporting him, man. I'm trying to get everybody. The goal is to get everybody in this draft league to 1,000 subs. So Gentleman Thomas is one of them. Obviously, I want to get Shuckle King to 1,000 subs too. He's running the league with me, and he is like, he's less than 100 subs away from 1,000. Like, these are the guys you want to get to 1,000. You don't got all sub right now if you don't want to, but I appreciate you doing that.
Throughout
And
the season, it'll happen.
yeah,
for
throughout
sure,
the season, we're gonna be
doing all the draft streams and stuff like that all
Exactly,
throughout
exactly.
the pick'ems, the watch togethers, all that kind of stuff. It'll be
That's
a
what
lot
we
of
want. Yeah,
opportunities.
we're trying to grow the draft community. Yeah, obviously we got some bigger names and people we keep with us, but we always trying to include everybody else as well. How'd you meet
Correct.
Shuckle King? Through Pokemon. I guess that's the fair way through Pokemon, right?
How did we all meet each other?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, that's it, right?
It's kind of it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to. It's just man through Pokemon. But yeah, I my favorite pick though that's not like an obvious pick is Pouty and Tauros. I really like it. And I do think his Gliscor is going to be really annoying, and just giving him some spikes. That's a better spiker than Fortress, in my opinion.
Okay, look, listen, hold on. I'm reading the chat. Like, every con's got a Espeon, con's got a Sylveon. Like, oh, come on. I'm not a con artist. Listen, listen. I'm not out here to con people. I'm just out here to get what I want.
Espeon definitely would have been strong here. I agree.
Is that understood? I'm here to get what I need from my draft. That's
Yeah,
all. That's all I
around
need.
that long ago, Andy. Yeah. I like his Terra Captains. I think they give him a lot of value. I think Raichu's actually legit. I think Terra Electrics. I think Electric types are really freaking good. I mean, like I said, I drafted an Electric and a Fire type, and they were both amazing. I think Electric and Fire types are amazing Terra Captains. Electric specifically because electric type attacks are really hard to switch into, right?
Yeah.
And like when you couple them with, in this case, Ice, but I think Ice and Fairy, things like that, they just get that much better. And I really do think Sandslash offers him a lot on his team. Like that speed, that double speed that he really wants. Are you satisfied with the draft points? I wouldn't have mind 120 instead of 115.
I think we could have definitely gotten more. I do feel like with the amount that we had, we were a little bit, our hands were a little bit more tied. We were a little bit more restricted, but that kind of allowed us to effectively, I guess you could say, budget a little bit more.
Exactly.
I still think I got great value picks. I think a lot of people in the draft got
great
amazing
value picks,
value
yeah.
for their points. So it kind of, I think the lower restricted points kind of opened up a lot of different avenues. I think weather teams benefited the most because lower tier weather abusers like chlorophyll or whatever, or speed boosting mons and stuff like that for the weather mons. You get them at lower points, and then you can also make them Terra Captains. So on a weather team, they look absolutely broken with the amount of points you have.
Exactly. And no worries,
so it really
Thomas.
opened up different things. Yeah.
Much love, dude.
Of
Yeah.
course, bro. Of course.
We'll see. We also could have tiered some Pokemon a little bit lower. We were a little bit strict with some Pokemon that didn't need to be as high as they needed to be. But I'm a big fan of Thomas's team. I think his Bax is going to absolutely, like, this is going to be one of the drafts where I think Bax is scarier than it was, not as good as it was in the BBR because of Terra, but it's going to be better than it was in the PPL type of thing. That's what I think. I don't even know if we had Bax in the PPL. I don't remember. But I know for a fact that it's going to be good. Just the ice defense boost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. Project Iceman. I see his definition guy just stuck his way through the conscious now at the end of the time like a big demon.
Yeah, we can definitely have the points next time for sure, but I think what we had right now is good.
Not for sleep, just regular. Thanks.
Getting some more tea, huh?
Yeah. She keeps offering me tea, so.
Nice.
Oh yeah, shout out to Pedro who made the Shuckle Premier League logo, SPL. It was JV who had backs. Yeah. See, JV's backs was fine, but I do think backs is gonna be better because just to show the reception spam and stuff like that. Backs Glow King is just iconic. It's so freaking good. Dude, I think that Seabat's team is so scary. First off, I love the Terra Captains. I'm a big fan of Persian, dude. Ever since hearing, and especially
It's
because
one
today.
point, bro,
Yeah,
right? It's only 1 point.
It's 1 point from Meowth, that's right, bro. You got the Fake Out Last Resort combo, which you could Terra normal. And that's strong. That is strong. Alright, that's legitimately strong. I'm gonna run a calc, because not everybody has Corviknight, right? So I'm gonna run a calc on a generic steel type and see how much Persian does. With obviously you can do the what's it called? The silk scarf and everything as well. You can talk a little bit more about the team while I'm talking about the calc.
Absolutely. I'm about 35 subs away from 75K, so if y'all can subscribe to me real quick, it would be very much appreciated. Only 35 away, and we're going to get there tonight, I hope. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
There's 758 of you here. Come on over. We're going to have a good time on my channel.
Yeah, Silk Scarf, a last resort, 2 KOs, max HP Great Tusk, Terra Normal. So that's pretty solid. I think that damage is pretty good, and you can definitely late game clean up as well. Ain't nobody losing to a Persian. I think, Omar, you're really underestimating this mon. I really think you're.
No, I wouldn't lose to a Persian, that's for sure. I would not.
Let me look at your team. It's faster than your man. Let me look at your team.
I wouldn't lose to a Persian, not me.
Look at Envy's team.
Appreciate the supports, by the way.
Envy might lose to Persian. Envy would definitely lose like some of his Pokemon Persian.
Ooh, only 30 away now. Wait, only 25 away now. It just jumped. Only 25 away now.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's to my boy Envy if you haven't already. 25 subs away from 75K.
25. Ooh, only 21 away now. This is getting crazy. Let me post the link one more time just in case anybody doesn't need to scroll up and reach it. Only 20 away now until 75K. We're almost there.
Persian has 65 special attack, so like it could use like some nasty plot. As well, it has knockoff, so with Terra Dark, that's pretty cool. The foul play support as well. It can LARP as a Alolan Persian if it wants to in that regard. I think it's a value.
15 away now. Oh, that's crazy.
Was
almost at 75. We're 15 away.
Yeah, Technician loaded dice Fury Swipes is really cool too. That's something I want to talk about as well, especially with Terra Normal.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, it's gonna go off the base power of each, right? So it's just like.
Let me
see the Fury Swipes.
Let me see the subs here. Ooh, only 11 away right now. 11 away from 75K. We are almost there. Oh, that's crazy. So close. So close. 10 away. 10. Only 10.
Technician Fury Swipes, without loaded dice, is slightly weaker than the. It's slightly weaker than.
I would like to see Technician loaded dice Fury Swipes on a Rocky Helmet mon. I want to see the.
Zygarde's not legal. No, it's not in the
break.
game. It's not in the game, so it's not legal, my friend. I'm making 10 alts.
So.
Anyway, what do you think about Seabad's team, bro?
All right, let's talk about for real now. Let's talk about Seabad's team now. For the first time ever, I saw with my very own eyes. Ogerpon, Lame, and Iron Bundle working together on the same team. I think these two mons are gonna be really, really good. Grimmsnarl Screens. When I saw that mon, after I saw Donphan, Lucario, and the other mon got picked, I was like, oh, not bad, not bad. But then I saw Crest get picked, and I was like, okay, all right. Grimmsnarl Crest, kind of nice. Hydreigon got picked right after that. I was like, oh, shoot. Behind screens, this mon can nasty plot and do Dragon Dance stuff and all kinds of things like that. And then, I really do like the Terra Captains, though, right? Persian 1 point, Vikavolt, and Hisuian Quillfish. Hisuian Quillfish more of a, I would say, a defensive Terra type. More of a defensive one. But Vikavolt, I think, can be really, really nice behind screens. This mon can actually agility up, potentially sweep, right? You can think about it like this. Terra weakness policy, agility, Vikavolt behind screens could actually go crazy. It's going to be able to outrun most, if not all things on many drafts after like 1 agility, maybe 2.
My biggest gripe with his team is that his Quillfish is Terra Poison over Terra Water. I think Terra Water would be perfect.
Yeah.
So like the SD Liquidation, being able to beat the ground types because you Terra Water. Like I don't think it needs Terra Poison. I think Terra Water would be so much better.
I don't think he needed both of his stabs. I 100% agree. I don't think he needed both of his stabs. I think he could have easily just gone with. Yeah, maybe Dark. He could have even gone Fairy on it too. I could see Fairy. Like Dark Fairy Ghost could have been a really nice typing. Dark Water Ghost is also really nice too. Or even. Yeah, because I think Dark is better than Poison Terra type on it.
No, Dark is good. Dark is good. I think Ghost is good too. I like Ghost because it's a spin blocker, right? It becomes a spin blocker from getting a hazard. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. He doesn't have a spin blocker.
Mhm.
But then I really do think he does have a ghost. It's his third Terra type. I really do think that water would be nice, but I don't know because I'm not sure. Like I'm trying to think of the benefits of pure poison besides just straight up resisting fairy. Shame he can't bring 6 Dittos and steal your team. That'd be hilarious on the actual thing. I think his offensively, like his team is very scary. Like Ogre Palm plus Bundle plus Hydreigon, very scary. You get screens as well.
It is super scary. I really do wish, because I really wanted to see him make Ditto Terra Captain, just so I could like see how it would be when he copies Pokemon and Terras those good Pokemon into like different typings. Like he would have to be normal. Like imagine, bro, sending out Ditto on Dragonite, Terraing normal because that's your main stab. Like that Ditto's normal typing, right? Base typing is normal. So you Terra normal with Dragonite, and then you just put in work with that. But then I guess like opposing Pokemon have to like take that into account. So probably Dragonite would never run E-Speed if Ditto has a Terra Captain.
Yeah.
And things like that. So it just opens up a lot more interesting mind games. I think Fairy is just a great type to Terra like literally any higher tier mon.
Steel Fairy Dragon on your Ditto set. That just to make it the core. I could see
You could,
that.
yeah, you literally. Well, you couldn't do that because you need you have to do normal plus 2 typing. So
Normal
you
is
could do
so
like,
sad.
yeah. I mean, I could see normal Steel Fairy. Normal Steel Fairy actually seems really good on Ditto.
I can see it.
Or like normal, or no, or normal Ghost Fairy. I think normal Ghost Fairy would be the best typings for Ditto.
Well, the thing about Haxorus is it's not going to be that bad to take on. He has Ditto, he has Cresselia, he has Donphan. I think it'd be fine. I think that Donphan is a Pokemon he's going to have to bring almost every week.
Yeah.
Like Spinner or Stealth Rock, unless he wants to run Rock Side Dragon. He only has 2 Rockers on his team. I think Vicabolt's really freaking good. I do think we'll see a Lucario sweep at some point, or at least an attempted Lucario sweep at some point during the season. And I'm kind of excited to see if Persian does something as well. Because I feel like at one point it was so... We undervalued the hell out of it. I'm not saying I think it's that much higher. But we definitely undervalued the hell out of it. And I really just think his offense for his first 2 is just crazy.
Its B tier is great. The thing that I do like about Persian is the fact that it has Technician boosted 2 attacks. You know what those 2 attacks are? I love saying, and I want you to say it the way I would say it.
Fake Out and Fury Swipes?
No.
What? Oh, Covet?
Say it again?
Covet?
Say it the way I say it.
Covet?
Thief and Covette.
Yep, you steal their item, and keep stealing their item, whether you're a dark type or you're a normal type.
Yeah.
Covette.
Covette.
Nah, I think Crest is going to be really nasty on your screens, dude. And if you have to bring out a Mon to Brick Break or Psychic Fangs it, like you have to go for a resisted move versus Crest, you're already losing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's whatever's bringing that's probably gonna be a fighting type or something that techs that Crest can beat. So I like Chase's.
Yeah. Before we get to the next one, do you want to talk about the hearing aid, bro?
Oh yeah. Okay. So guys, if you didn't know, I have a Best Buy affiliate link. I might have picked it up, Zion. I'm a Best Buy affiliate link, and if you buy anything via my Best Buy link, you support me, right? It leads you to a hearing aid. Maybe you need some help with your hearing. But literally buying anything via that Google, or not that Best Buy, that HAL link supports me. Just go to the search bar, obviously find whatever you need. Maybe you need some Pokemon cards, maybe you need something like that. But also, if you want to support me for free, simply just clicking the HAL link, whether it be in the top of the description or the one that just popped up right now on the stream, has supported me for absolutely free.
I clicked it.
Yep, takes 1 second to click it and you just supported me. So I appreciate it. Thank you for the support, Envy. If you're watching this at home, feel free to click it. You have supported me as well. But yeah, I love Chase's team. I think he has a lot of modes he can do with it. Obviously, stop with Draco and switch to hearing aids now. No, I still like the Dracos. I can't wait to buy Detective Pikachu on Friday from Best Buy. If only I could find a link to Best Buy in the YouTube chat. I got you right here.
Ooh. Yo, you know what you could do? Actually, you could click that link, and if you use that link through that link, going to Detective Pikachu, and you buy it from there, you actually support Joey by buying it through that link.
Correct.
If you just redirect yourself to it.
Austin Boy, thank you so much for becoming a super friend. Appreciate you, bud.
Actually, yeah, I do want to get that game too, so I'm gonna, of course, do that.
Oh yeah, yeah, as well. Like if you don't want to get it online, you can also pick it up in person. Like you can order from Best Buy and pick it up in person too. Just through that link and still help me. MV, we have your team now. I'll be honest.
Oh yes.
I absolutely love MV's team. I think
Thank
his
you.
biggest flaw with his team is that the speed tier between Manaphy and Gudra, there's a lot right there. You know what I mean? Like the base 80s, there's a lot right there that kind of covers it, and you really only have Delibird around that spot. That's like the biggest flaw in terms of the team. But do I think that's gonna
Why
hold
is
them
that a
back at all?
flaw?
Because it means that those mons, those base 80s and 90s can run really bulky versus
What do you mean? How can they run really bulky versus me?
because they only have to outspeed a base 60 or less.
And so they're gonna all of a sudden be so bulky just because they have to outrun base 60. Yeah. Name one mon.
Okay. Let me go through the actual list of Pokemon that were drafted. And it does
Okay.
mean a lot. As someone who used Hisuian Electrode and was able to put max HP almost every week, yes. Let's see what
Yeah.
mon I have right here. Okay.
Name one mon.
Yeah, I'll go through the team. My Quackable. I can literally chop off like 130 EVs off of speed and outspeed your team. Outspeed the mons I have to. So that's 130 HP EVs I can put on Quackable for free. Dragonite.
I beg to differ.
Oh, okay. Well, is that it? You just beg to differ? Good job, you differed. Is that all you want?
What if I literally bring Choice Specs Freeze Dry,
Delibird?
uh,
Delibird.
Origin Bundle?
AKA Delibird?
Yeah.
I beg to differ. Congratulations, you've differed. Hisuian Samrock can run Adamant versus you, right? That's another thing too. I can run Adamant instead of Jolly. That's the big
Here's
thing.
the thing though, are you gonna run that much bulk? And I'm gonna be bringing my Thundurus, my Espeon.
The thing is,
My-
like I said, that maybe not as much bulk, but I can run Adamant. That's an actual argument.
Oh, but here's the thing. You could do that. You could run that bulk, and then you Aqua Step one time, and you're still gonna underspeed my Mons.
No, that's actually not true.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's-
Thunder's max speed. If you're actually like base just above 60 and you do +1, I'm gonna be faster with you than my Sneasel actually. I'll be
Yeah,
faster
yeah,
with Sneasel.
not with Thunderous. You know for a fact it's not Thunderous. But what I'm saying is that Quavo, for instance, can run Adamant versus you, right? Instead of Jolly.
Okay.
And that's a difference of almost 40 points of damage. You asked me to give you an example. I'm giving you an example. That was it. That's the
Give me
that-
another example.
Why? Hisuian Samurott, Glamora, Dragonite. These mons can all run Adamant. I'm just giving you a mon. That's it. Do I think your team's bad? Hell no. I think your team is one of the top teams in the league. I'm telling you the only flaw I see.
Trying to think. I'm trying to think now. How do I counter this?
Adamant
How do I
Quavo-
patch this?
Bro, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be
How do I
first
fix
off.
this?
Don't even worry about that. We're gonna do a billion mocks. But
I need to fix this.
you do not need to
There's
fix.
a whole.
This is not. So wait, you didn't see. I thought we acknowledged this.
No, I don't think we did. No, I think my team's fine. the way
Your
it is.
team's
Yeah.
great. Your team is
Thank
good.
you.
You want to
Thank you,
you want to
thank
actual you want an actual mon that would actually patch it? Like I can
Yeah.
tell you one legitimately. How much is Delibird? 1 point.
Yep.
How many points do you have left?
One.
All right, let's look at the 1-pointer and see what we can do. Don't actually dude. It doesn't mean your team's bad at all. I think your team, like I said, is one of the greatest.
I know that.
But I am being honest when I say I can run Pokemon like Quavo, Glamora, Dragonite, all the base 80s can run Adamant versus you. Which makes a difference with damage for like mons like Weezing and Dunsparce taking hits. That doesn't mean your team is bad at all.
Yeah.
A simple patch for that would be you could
Wait a second though. If that's the way that they can do it, I can actually run Modest and stuff on mine too because they're
100%. I literally did that the whole season of PPL. I'm not saying that's the be all end all for your team, bro. I really am not. It doesn't mean it's just an observation. You asked me about it, and I told you it.
No, I wanted to know this so that I can now patch it. Now tell me what I gotta do.
Oh, I'm saying you could pick up that Calyrex over Delibird, and that'll give you a base 80. So now they have to run Jolly. That would be like the only
Calyrex. Oh, Calyrex.
But that's also Calyrex. You know what I mean? Like, do you really want a Calyrex without Terra on your team? Wait, how many
I
Terra
want
points?
Delibird. No, Delibird's way cooler.
Wait, how many Terra points do you have? You don't have any. Otherwise, you would have Terra Delibird, obviously.
Yeah, I wish Sneasel was like 1 point lower. I would have 100% Terra Delibird. It would have been so much fun.
Envy's team is great. Envy's team is absolutely great. Like I said, it's really high tier for me.
Thank you.
I was just saying one thing I noticed. That the base 80s can run Adamant. And that does.
Yeah, I was trying to fix it.
And you 100% run Adamant too. I did that the whole season. My Lycanroc never touched the Jolly Nature, except for versus Drew week 1. It never touched. I ran Adamant every other week. I was like, yo, screw this. Everybody's going to be speed tiering this mon. I'll run Adamant every single week. And that's what you do. That's draft. That's part of the counter team style.
Yeah.
Again, that's just part of the counter team style. There's a lot of
speed tiers, schmeed tiers. You know what I think? I think that as long as I'm the fastest in the world, no one can catch me.
spitting. Also, I still think your team is incredible. There's like one bad Pokemon on your team, and you know who it is.
Wait, which one?
What do you mean, which one? Yeah, it's Blood Moon Ursaluna. Oh, no, I mean Sneasel. No, wait, it's Manaphy. No, wait, it's your two fantastic Terra Captains. Oh, it's the Thundurus. No, it's Dunsparce. Oh, wait, no, it's the two alternate form Mons that I didn't name. What do you think Mon is? It's one bad Mon, and you know what's well, you know why it's quote unquote bad?
Why?
Because you're never gonna bring it. That's why it's
Says
bad.
Who?
Says Grumpig and Ice Cube from the PPL.
I mean, those were like different. This is a different story, bro. I could sash lead this thing every week.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I could bring this one. I could.
Put Insomnia on it because you know if you try to go for Hustle Rapid Spin, it's just...
Can we do like a revision of the draft tiers? Can we lower Furret's points from 2 to 1
so as you can
that
get
I
it
can swap
again?
it? Yeah, so I can get. I would totally have drafted it if it was 1 point, but it was 2 points, and I'm like, oh, that thing is way too expensive
66 Tiny
for 2 points. No. Envy didn't keep his promise. He needs Furret. I 100% kept my promise. My promise was that I would draft Furret. I drafted Furret during the actual draft, and then I dropped it immediately when the draft was done, and replaced it with I had actually initially drafted Landorus over Thundurus. I had drafted Electros over the Dunsparce, and I drafted Furret over Delibird. All of the points added up, and so at the very end, so I kept my promise, right? I kept my promise. I made the draft happen where I drafted Furret, and everyone saw it. And then I dropped them, and I picked up the Pokemon I really wanted.
Good. Also, you know what, Envy? You should bring Banded Jolly Delibird versus the people with Dragonites and the people with Quavo and the people with Glamora, because when they run Modest and Adamant, you outspeed them and then you miss Brave Bird, but it'll still be a hype moment.
It'll be hype anyways.
Again.
No, I want to see tomatoes. Okay, look. Put away your tomatoes. We can
put
use that
those
for cooking with Envy.
tomatoes. Cooking with Envy, exactly.
We're gonna
Put
be
them
using
away.
tomatoes for cooking with Envy anyways. Save your tomatoes for then. You can spam tomato emotes when we do cooking together. Thank you.
Facts. That'd be fun. That'd actually
I'm
be really
excited
fun.
for that.
Anyway, what I was saying was it's a great team, and I only mentioned that because the Pokemon that hits between those speed tiers is one you're not going to bring very often.
Yeah, exactly. So what is your favorite Mons on my team that I drafted?
Espeon for sure. I think Blood Moon's going to be really good. I'm excited to see you use Blood Moon because, like I said before, you were restricted to Ursaluna AV.
Yep.
So you got Ursaluna B and then you got Ursaluna AV. So like you're actually able to use the Blood version of it now, which is sick. It's actually going to be a great offensive threat. I'm excited to see how you use Manaphy. Obviously, that's one of the captains of the Bronze Baratics. Very excited to see how that goes. And obviously, the Dunsparce with Toxic seems really cool. I want to see also how many Dire Claws you get this season.
Dire Claw status? Oh, yeah. I'm excited for that, too. I feel like I could potentially get a good amount if I have the opportunity to go for it a lot. Like, I see a lot of opportunity. Like, Sneasler, I feel like is the one Mon that I can run 50 different sets with. There's just so many ways of activating Unburden with different items.
Yep.
Right? Fling Big Nugget, one of the premier ones. There's so many different ways. I'm not gonna name them all because I don't want my opponents to be studying me. Some of them might be here, but yeah, I think there's a lot of cool ways of activating it.
No, I think so as well. And I think it's a good draft, dude. I legitimately.
Valerian Weezing is so cool. Like, so initially I was like really like bummed about not getting a lot of different Mons.
Yes.
Rillaboom was like, I was like, oh shoot, I can't get Rillaboom. Rillaboom would have
And
been
he
so
wanted
cool.
to give up. Cameron donated $5 and put a bunch of tomatoes.
Oh, come on.
Thank you for the super chat.
$5. That's not a bad deal for $5. You get 5 tomatoes, but still, come on.
Yes, Blobs. If 2 Mons get out to sleep with Dire Claw, it's just unlucky you have to deal with it. That's what we did. We're not going to punish the user for clicking their attack.
Yeah, like, yeah, so I was actually like, because one snipe after, because I would tell Joey like, oh, I want this mon, I want this mon, I want this mon, I want this mon. And then that mon got taken, that mon got taken, that mon got taken, that mon got taken. It's like back to back, like in every other turn, all my mons got taken, and I was just like, I quit. I was like, I'm done. And I'm just like sitting there like wondering what I want. Then I changed my mindset. I'm like, okay, if everyone's gonna get sniped, all I gotta do is not want the mons that I want and take the mons that are there that I want. So I ended up with the team that I was happy with because those are the ones I wanted, and I didn't think about the mons I wanted that were taken.
Yep. I think it came into that's the most realistic thing you can do, is to implement sleep clause in game without arbitrarily punishing folks. I mean, they literally have to do it themselves, right? They would literally have to do it themselves. But
I made sure that when I picked my mons, that everybody would praise me as well. So like, you know, after I picked the mon, I'd be like, "You guys like my pick? You guys like my team? Like it?" And so everyone would be like, "Yeah, that is so good, so good." And I was like, "Cool," because I wanted the mon that you just had and the one that you just got. And thanks.
yeah,
This is my team now.
it's a fire team, and maybe we'll see Delibird Danny. Much love. Shout out to MV Claus. Hey. Much love,
Yo, I'm
bro.
3 subs away from 75K, bro. 3 subs away from 75K.
Hey, if we got 3 people that want to subscribe to my boy Lord Envy.
Be much appreciated, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
3 people. He's 3 subs away from 75K. You know what? 10 of you subscribe. We gotta do some insurance over there.
We got some insurance. Yup. Let's do it. Ooh. Ooh, almost there. Almost there. Still clean.
Thank you very much. Huh? Let me taste it real quick. Perfect. Thank you so much, man.
75K.
Congratulations, bro. Very well deserved. Hoping to hit 100K, bro. Hoping you hit 100K.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So 3/4 of the way there to 100K. I appreciate it. Everybody, all of y'all who are subscribed to me, means a lot. And of course, that comes with some very, very great heat content
Every week. Every
season, and every time I upload.
So, happy for you, buddy. Well deserved.
Thank you,
Very well deserved. All right, on to the next draft. Okay. I mean, we'll talk about when we rank at the end, right? But this is probably my favorite team of the entire draft. I think Vivid's team is insanely scary. Viz,
Look at everyone congratulating me. Thank you, everyone.
deserve it, bro.
Look at the congratulations.
Literally deserve it. Literally deserve it. Those
Thank
tomatoes
you,
have
bro.
become.
I
I think
appreciate
Viz.
you.
I keep saying Vivid. I think
The
Viz's
tomatoes are
team-
turning into trophies and my favorite Seismitoad little hand thingy. What is it called? These ones, I love those.
You dropped this king.
Oh yeah, the king one. I love I love this one too. Yep, these ones are fire.
Oh man.
Nice. No, I appreciate you all. No, genuinely, I really do appreciate y'all.
His team is so freaking fire. Viz's team is fire. Let's let Envy enjoy his 75K for another minute. Enjoy it, brother. Can we all just drop Can we all just drop this king emotes for a bit? Some Polytoad King. Just for Envy, because he just hit 75K.
Polytoad Kings, please. Be much appreciated. Little crowns, Kings rocks.
When is Envy gonna start flinging his subscribers?
Oh no. If I had enough big nuggets, I'll fling y'all big nuggets.
Look at all the Polytoads. Look at all the crowns, bro. Hell
I actually
yeah.
do need like a fling big nugget emote. Actually, I do.
That would require screaming.
I could get some for like my Discord or something.
To be honest,
I could also put it on my channel.
I also have what's it called too. I also have a bunch of free slots. We could throw one on mine too.
Nice.
You're always here anyway, so why not?
Yeah, that'd be fire.
Look
at the crowns.
Where's SP Crash?
Look at the crowns.
Can you make me a fling big nugget emote with Sneasler?
That's so fun. That's so fun.
There you go. Hit him
Fling
up.
big nugget emote.
There you go. Anyway.
Got a first sweep emote. Nice.
Alright, so I freaking love Viz's team. I think it's one of the best in the league. He has incredible hazard setters, right? He has Glamora and he has Tinglu. He has the best defogger, right, in the league, Corviknight. And he has the best rapid spin and defog blocker, aka Annihilate. His team is incredibly scary. I think in terms of matchup, I have a bad matchup versus him. I think People like Uzi's gonna have a bad matchup versus him, just based on like team matchup alone. I think he's my worst matchup. This team. I think there's a few other ones I'll talk about towards the end as well when we get to my team. But I think he's my worst matchup, and I think that Sticky Web really made his team even stronger, right? Because like you really have to either rapid spin or defog versus him, and it's gonna be so hard. Is going to illegal? It is. I think the
Joey is a
Rabambi,
great friend.
the Rabambi, I'm alright. I think the Rabambi is, I'm alright. I can tell you're very happy about 75K. You deserved it, man. I really hope you hit 100K soon, bro. If anybody
you,
deserves
bro.
it, it's definitely you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, thank you. No, I'm always happy because like yeah, I just love to hang out, have a good time, and upload fun content just like you. And yeah, like when we grow together, birds of a feather
Grow together. Mephisto got Cinderace Piz. Also, his Terra Captains are incredible. And you might be saying that, dude, he has Crocolore and Basculin. Crocolore is freaking amazing on his team. Like, it's amazing. That mon is so bulky. That mon is so bulky. It's like freaking Skeleturge, right, with Terra. Even Light's big. Has the Whisk, the Terra Blast, obviously. It doesn't have a lot of coverage. It lacks Torch Song, but it's so nasty. Like, it stops so much setup. If the Dragonite wasn't on an opposing team, it couldn't beat Crocolore. It was wild to see his team. Armarouge and Rabambi is a beautiful combo. Rabambi plus Ape is a beautiful combo. I think Basculin is one of the sleeper Terras that we might have even put too low. He literally made the most out of those Terra points.
It's incredibly strong. It's so incredibly strong.
Gets both.
It is frail though. It is a bit frail.
Yeah, but it's fast. 92 speed, right? Or it's not either 92 or 98. It's one of those. And then the other one's attack. But the fact that you can run a Reckless Wave Crash or better, Adaptability Wave Crash, or even better, in my opinion, the Rockhead Wave Crash. So you Terra Water Rockhead Wave Crash, you're spamming these Wave Crashes with taking no recoil.
You're not taking the recoil. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, like, got a lot of strides for making short content. I think heat sets can make for fun short content. Yeah, that's true. And actually, the subs from shorts, like, you would think, like, they don't watch any of my other content, but I got people coming through my Ironmon streams all the time that say, yo, I started watching you from your shorts, which is pretty crazy. That, like, they like that, and they like me suffering in Ironmon, so.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That
It's
could
always-
definitely be something.
It's always awesome. But I think Basculin is incredible. And the fact that it has Flip Turn, I get Scale Shot, too, which is why he's Terra Dragon, which I think is pretty cool. I think his Terra Captains are great. I think his Terra Captains are really, really good. Bob, I think these will be the regular Basculin, the original ones, if I'm not mistaken, right? I don't know. We'll look into that. We didn't really, like, I found you from one of your first shorts. Fire Roadrunner, look at you, you're here.
That's awesome.
Freaking crazy.
Yeah, bro, I actually, like, sometimes just on the random shorts page saw, like, I think I saw one of them that was, like, super trending.
Yeah. Dude, I had a couple of them trending. I recently found out. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But
That's
anyway,
insane.
Basculin got a lot better with Wave Crash and stuff like that. When we bring Scyther, I think Scyther's not bad. It's defog. More importantly, knock off close combat, do a wing beat.
Was Scyther a mon that could be Terra-able or no?
It could have Terra'd, yes. I believe we allowed Scyther to Terra. It was... Surely it's like 6 points, I would see. Let me look right here. It seems like a 6 or 7 pointer.
If it was like Jolteon plus Scyther, I feel like that could have actually been so good.
I think that Crocolore is what keeps him together versus like look at my Quackable, for instance, right? Look at SD Quackable and look at his team. It just wins.
Smashes, yeah.
It just wins. Crocolore doesn't take crap if it tears anything.
Yep.
Anything at all. It doesn't even have to invest in defense to take like 30-something% from Adamant Aqua Step. Like, so like Crocolore literally fit his team.
Yeah, it prevents sweeps.
Exactly.
It prevents opponents from trying to overwhelm
Much love, Barsham.
your team. You can set up a lot of hazards, and you have that mon just sitting there. It's going to be really, really tough to
Thank you,
break.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I actually think my wife got one of her shorts on her feet and decided, isn't this joy? Isn't this the joy that you support? That's really fire. That's fire, plain insane.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's pretty nasty, and I do think that like Corviknight does get power trip. Like he has so many modes he can go, in my opinion. He has so many modes he can go, and first off, I'm happy to see him back. Like, he's a good battler, right? He got number 1 in Battle Stadium singles and doubles, just because he wanted to. Scyther was 6 points, yes, I was right. Scyther was 6 points.
Just because he wanted to.
They should talk about it. Like he's a GOAT. He's really good, and I really like his team. And I think it's in the hands of a great battler because he plays a lot of battle stadiums, so it's going to be a lot of heat. I think this is very. I don't know if you guys play in the season, but this is like the game I want to see the most. You and him.
Yeah.
You and him. You and him is literally the game I want to see the most because Heat versus Heat. Send his
It literally
YouTube.
is. Yeah.
His YouTube is @Viz, and everybody's YouTube is in the description. I'm not even hyping him up. We've played a draft league him before. He's a good battler, period. And a good battler with a fantastic team. And
Is the schedule out, or is it that?
I don't think schedule's out.
Okay.
I mean, I play him week 1, if you guys didn't know, and I think he.
I play him week 2.
Yeah, I play him week 1, and which is really funny because in PPL I played Druby week 1, which was my worst matchup, and I play my worst matchup in SPL as well, week 1, which is easily this.
Would you say this is your worst matchup, or would you say any other matchup was probably as difficult, if not more?
I think this is my worst matchup.
Okay.
Like legitimately.
Yeah.
But I also think he's a very talented battler, and by that I mean I don't think he'll give room. He won't choke, in my opinion. Well, we all choke, but he won't most of the time he won't. You know what I mean? We don't all do it on purpose. I think this is the scariest matchup going forward. But like his team, check him out. Mephisto, another scary matchup, right? Just because his first 6 picks, dude. What do you think about Mephisto's team, bro?
Waiting for it to load.
Oh, there you go, bud.
Live.
There
I
you
see now. Nice.
I can share screen if you want. I'll share screen.
Thank you. I really love the amount of momentum that Mephisto has on his team. Like you can see the first 4, 5 picks, right?
Yeah.
I think he gets baton pass, right? Pretty sure.
Flores gets BP.
Flip turn, vol switch.
Sorry,
good turn.
Yeah, he has Terra. Go ahead, my bad.
Don't worry, I ended on Gengar because Gengar can't. I don't know if Gengar has baton pass.
No, I don't think so. He does have Terra. I don't know why they didn't show up, but it's Passimian, Seneconda, and Dragonair.
Yeah, so he has 3 Terra types. I remember Passimian was fighting, ground, and ice. I especially love ice type Terra on this mon because first of all he can use it to knock out dragon types and stuff with this mon pretty easily. But more importantly, ice resists ice, and that's actually really valuable because there's a lot of Pokemon that spam things like Ice Beam, Freeze Dry. You can't get frozen, which Passimian, when you're playing ball, you don't want to get frozen or anything like that.
Yep.
The resistance to ice is so cool.
Yeah, dude, and he has ground. Ground is really cool too because Passimian's a great Scarfer, so Earthquake is a really strong move, to be locked into. It's a very strong move to be locked into. His Terra Captains are Pass, Sandaconda, and Dragonair. I think what you just talked about it in chat as well, but for Rigorath and Serena mean that you can't just E-Speed pick off a lot of his Pokemon, right? With a Banded D-Knight or just Priority.
Priority,
like Lycanroc, for instance, right? Like Lycanroc has 50-50s versus Cinderace. Assuming Lycanroc was picked up, which it wasn't in right now, but maybe it'll be picked up or swapped for. It's a great Pokemon. It should be picked up. It's one of my best mons in draft, in my opinion.
The thing I'm most excited and probably the most curious to see is how Terra Dragonair does, because I feel like with Terra and Extreme Speed, Terra types I think are Dragon, Normal, and I believe Steel, if I'm remembering correctly. But Terra Normal, Dragon Dance, Dragonair, I feel like it could be really interesting because of how powerful Extreme Speeds can get with Stab, Dragon Dance, and you have Rest with potential Shed Skin. What's this thing's abilities? Dragonair had let's see here. Dragonair has Shed Skin and Marvel Scale. So Marvel Scale, you could run it with Flame Orb with Facade, Terra Normal. Oh,
the Terra Captains were showed. Also, the draft was streamed this morning. For anybody watching this and wants to see the actual reactions and everything, and when we talked about everything, check out the earlier live stream that we did not too long ago. It was it was literally this morning at 11:30 a.m. So that's the other stream on the channel. If you haven't already watched that, watch that. You can go watch that as well. The intro skits for Mephisto obviously are going to be great as well. He put up his team analysis this week too.
Yo, you get a defense boost, and then you get the Facade Terra Normal with Dragon Dance. Oh.
I could see it. I see the vision. Yeah, it
You
has
see the
E-Speed. Yeah, Dragonair has E-Speed. So Dragon Dance, Terra Normal, E-Speed. That's like a banded Dragonite almost. That's like a regular Dragonite almost. That is
I'm
a
gonna
regular
repeat
Dragonite.
what I said. I'm gonna actually repeat what I
I heard
said.
the
I
vision,
actually
bro.
remember it semi word for word when I said it in the draft stream that happened
Oh,
earlier
oh,
this
okay. I
morning.
thought you were talking about what you just said. I was like, wait, bro, I was listening to you.
No, no, no. Oh, I know you were, but if you weren't, you can check out the hearing aid Joey has. It's actually really, really good. He'll plug that after. But what I was gonna say was, I remember what I said during the draft stream that the fact that he has his Suyan Samurott for Ceaseless Edge spikes, right? He can set up a lot of spikes. He has Cinderace for Core Chain, so he Core Changes it back. He then switches back in Samurott, weakens himself with his own spikes to get into Torrent range, click Aqua Jet, hit priority, and then send those spikes back with Cinderace Core Change. What do you think?
Don't like it then, didn't like it now. Stop it.
So me saying it as confidently as I said it the first time didn't change your mind.
No, 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 no. I didn't like it the first time when you said it confidently. Why would it change my mind now? I do think that Dragonite is gonna be a Dragonair is gonna be a fun little pick-off mod next to Scizor, right? With his spikes. They said stay out the kitchen. Yeah,
Come on, guys, come on.
Even like Mario Skill is gonna be cool. Like he could easily run some fun stuff. Shudskin as well, right? He can run. The thing about E-Speed is that he can run Dragon Dance, Rest, E-Speed, right? Dragon Dance, Rest, E-Speed like Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail is your coverage, and because Dragonair doesn't learn Earthquake, unless they gave it Earthquake. No, nope, they did not.
New idea. Ceaseless
idea.
Edge spikes, setting him up, setting him up, setting him up. You don't run boots on your Cinderace. You keep switching in, switching in, switching in, and now you're in Blaze Rage. Blaze Powerball, boom, knock him out, then Core Change.
Incredible. I got Annihilate in my original draft, yeah, not this one. I love the
I missed a step before that. You have to Core Change first.
Yes,
Take your spikes
no,
back.
no,
then
you
get
just
yourself in Blaze
suffer,
Rage.
suffer, suffer. You know, Stealth Rock will do that too. So you come in, take 50% twice, suffer. Anyway, I love Mephisto's offensive power. He has Flip Turn and U-Turn and Volt Switch on damn near all his Mons. And he has strong priority in Scizor, and also Dragonair can Terra Normal and do that too. I think Sandaconda is going to be a sleeper as well with Coil. He has Terra Water on it, Terra Ground, and I believe Fairy, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Fairy and Water. Great defensive coverage. I like Mephisto's team a lot, and I'm really, really excited to see how this goes throughout the entire draft. This is one of my favorite teams as well in this league. Farigiraf is interesting. I do feel like he might end up changing it as time goes on, but I think everything else gives him value.
Possibly. Farigiraf's not a Terra Captain on his team, right?
Yeah,
So
it's not a Terra Captain.
I could see it kind of just existing. Kind of like how my Grumpig Ice Cube existed, and kind of just cheered the team from the stands, from the stadium.
That's fair, Elijah. Yeah. That's fair. I do think Farigiraf might do that too, but who knows? You know Mav likes to cook.
You choose the team, you don't see any beasts. Zapdos is a beast. I'm going to say it right now. Zapdos is a beast. Mon's going to static
honestly,
everything.
guys, Envy should have brought it more in the season. We're thinking about it now, like after like the season ended and everything, Envy should have brought it more. I think the same thing about Heat Train. I should have brought it more. Like,
I mean, we both made it to finals. I think we brought it enough.
no, it should have been staticking and burning more. The entire league.
Yeah.
Anyway, dude, this dude has like so many scary offensive threats. Oh right, the right now is finally there. Let's go.
So the one thing that I think is going to be exploited with this team is the fact that there is no poison. So I feel like T-Spikes is gonna force you to run boots, or it's gonna force you to have to spin immediately before switching around. Yeah, so it's gonna be tough because you don't have I do feel like Terra, like either having a Terra Poison or having a Poison type is super essential, because I remember like people try to get up T-Spikes versus me even though I had a Poison. It wasn't a great Poison in previous drafts, but I had one. But now it's like, okay, you don't have a Poison type, so T-Spikes are gonna be kind of nasty.
Golem does not have Rapid Spin. I wish it did. I agree with you. I do think though that his team is fine with running boots. Like Cleavor's fine with boots. Regileki's good with boots. Shiu's good with boots. Cyclizar's good with boots. You know what I mean? Like they're fine boots mons. So like, but I agree. Like you're limiting your choices by not having to do that. He could, and typically the way to counteract that is get up your own hazards and be fine. And that would be okay if you had a grounded poison type. He doesn't.
That would be, yeah. Like you could out hazard your opponent pretty easily with this team. This team can out hazard every opponent.
For sure.
It has so many hazard options.
For sure.
The only problem is T-Spikes because of the residual poison damage, and not just like switching out here and there, here and there. Like if you stay in and you're poisoned, you're gonna get damaged.
This is one of the few teams that I actually like the matchup into Viz with. Like, I actually think that this team can compete versus Viz really well, just on matchup alone. Like, you have
I
the
don't think so.
Really?
Glimora, it looks pretty good.
Glim isn't gonna get a kill though. It's not like it's.
You don't
not,
think so?
No,
I feel
dude,
like it would.
No, dude, because Vivid's gonna be running like a 1-for-1 type of thing, right? So it might get one, but you're also getting up rocks at the same time.
Well, you're gonna have Glimora, right? Glimora's gonna do a 1-for-1 thing, but then it's gonna have the toxic whatever thing going up.
That's the biggest problem. But then I think that once Glim's gone, you have Boots Chi-Yu to just like smash, and then you have like Enamorus, which is really good into that team too. I don't know. I think there's just a lot of options there versus it.
Yeah.
I wish Golem had Rapid Spin still. I really do think, I really do wish Golem had Rapid Spin still. But that'd make a big difference. What up, Sky Arrow? Tingly will beat Chi-Yu. I don't know, man. You bring it in once, it gets Wisp, and then you Ruination it, and then you smack it. Like, you switch into your Enamorus. Or you Ruination it once, get 50% off, switch to Enamorus. Or switch to Abomasnow, rather. Abomasnow's a better switching than Enamorus, because it was not going to get smacked by Heavy Slam. Pretty good as defense. I actually like his Terra Captains. It doesn't have spin. It used to have spin, like, via event back in the day. Way back in the day, by the way. Like, Gen 2. Back in the day. Can Corrosion, Toxic, Golden go? I don't believe so because of its ability. Like, it could normally. Yeah, Restless Ruination is 100% real. Corrosion can't Toxic Golden go. Good as Gold isn't going to make it, like...
Yeah, its ability is what keeps it from getting saddest. So
yeah, it's not. It's not
affects,
typing. Yeah.
Corrosion only affects type stuff, not abilities. Like it can't go through abilities.
Yeah, exactly. So it shouldn't poison it as far as we know. I do like the Sticky Web with his team though, and yeah. You don't like this team as much, MD?
I like the Mons a lot.
You think he needs to poison type to be better?
I think that you can take that Golem out and you can put a little poison type. Like, put a Glimmet. Put a Glimmet over Golem.
Well, Golem's 3 points, so you could actually look at 3 points.
Oh, wait, what's 3 points? Yeah.
Ariados.
I think that's
there's literally Ariados down there, and...
Okay, replace Bidops for Ariados, and you're good.
Yeah, if you replace Spidops for Ariados...
Spidops is how many points?
Spidops is 3.
So and Ariados is 3?
Yeah, Ariados is 3, so you place that...
You're good.
But then the reason he did that is because he wanted spikes.
He has Greninja.
Greninja can spike, you're right. And Toxic Spike.
Yep. That's your key to swapping and being better.
Yeah, that could work.
Versus T-Spikes.
Yeah. Work. I think that'd be a good one.
Yep.
I think that'd be a pretty decent trade. I think that's some good advice right there when it comes to this team. I like his team, though.
I do, too.
All right, the Bullet Punch Club. Dude, I love his last pick so much. Look how happy Sudowoodo is. Like, I finally drafted Sudowoodo.
Sudowoodo. Actually, so I thought about it, and I like it.
Sudowoodo or his draft?
Sudowoodo. Remember, I was like a little bit like, Sudowoodo. And then I actually took some time to reflect on it. I like it.
If he pondered.
I pondered a little bit.
Fixed his glasses. Checked his watch. I guess it's time. Sudowoodo.
Yeah,
Sudowoodo.
I like it now.
Can you guys explain why Chi-Yu isn't as busted in draft? Well, first off, it can't Terra, which is a big deal as to why Chi-Yu is a super nuke, right?
Yeah, I also feel like base 100 speed tier is not speaking much for
draft.
speedy
Yes,
months.
yes.
Yeah, in terms of draft, everybody gets so many fast things and so many strong things, and base 100 is going to be outrun by many different months.
Also, not to mention, look at this. I'm about to carry using this league. Not to mention, all the Terra captains, like damn near most of them have fairy, so they all resist dark. Right, for a good part. I feel like no,
yeah,
better good as yours. Oh well, thank you. But it's just the fact that like Chi-Yu was broken in OU because you toss the specs on it, you Terra, and you get a kill, or you took it. And this is also because there's a standard in OU, right? You're gonna see Great Toss on 50% of the teams. You're gonna see Pokemon like the King Gambit everywhere, right? And you resist it, right? So you're gonna see Corviknight, you're gonna see Golden Go, Chi's fast and all those, right? Like look at Uzi's team for instance, right? Chi is a little scary, But like, it's not gonna smack Dragalge in one. If it goes for Dark Move or Psychic, Weavile takes advantage. And like, it's not the end of the world in this case. It can't knock out Empoleon. Empoleon can do a lot back. So it's not the end of the world in this case. Though this would still be a team right here that I would spam Terra Fire Overheat if I could. But you
What
can't.
if it is the end of the world though?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
It might be the end of the world, bro. I'm looking at it now.
Chiyu actually is pretty good into Uzi's team now that I think about it more.
I'm looking at it now, and I think it might be the end of the world.
Oh.
Ooh.
Damn it.
Ooh.
At least I'm playing
This might be
Pokemon.
the end of the world.
At least I'm playing Pokemon.
Yeah, that's true.
Having a good time. My family's
Blood
over there.
Moon's gonna come out and it's
Ursula
gonna just
can't
make
tear
the
it.
Blood Moon. You see the Blood Moon in the sky? It's gonna be the end of the world.
Thank you. Alright. I love Uzi's Terra Cap, by the way. Best Terra Cap. Best Terra Cap.
His Terra Captains are great. So I think I was probably the one that suggested him to do the Terra Captain Cryogonal with the electric and the
Nice.
stuff like that. So I think it's a great one for him. I think that's gonna be fantastic utility and just a strong. I think it's gonna be really strong with Terra too. Like with Terra Freeze Dry and having nice recovery, good bulk.
We already know
special
Kilowatch
side.
was amazing.
Kilowatch of the BR knows amazing. I mean, that mon like it was the kill leader for last season.
And it
of
was good
the
as hell in
draft we were
BBR too.
Super good there too. That mon, we know what to expect. It is the highest tier Terramon you can possibly get. in this
Sudowoodo
league.
also can Terra Rock Head Smash, and also it can get up spikes. Terra Rock Head Smash is actually like a nuke.
I'll tell you the reason I changed my mind about Sudowoodo is because of the fact that Custap Berry is
Exactly.
in the
So you
game.
can use it as a sturdy lead, get up rocks and spikes, or blow yourself up with Head Smash. Thank you.
correct.
Or Woodhammer if you
Custap
don't
Berry,
wanna- Woodhammer
yeah,
if you don't
Custap
wanna
Berry
miss.
works so well with Sturdy. You could also do Woodhammer too, correct. I do love the fact that this mon, Sudowoodo, can survive any one hit and have Custap Berry to do really well right there. But my favorite Pokemon on Uzi's team is Empoleon.
For sure. It gives him so
Empoleon is my
much.
favorite mon. He got that second pick, and I was devastated because that mon was supposed to be mine.
You
that
and everybody
mon
else in the draft.
deserves
huh?
to be mine. No. I have exclusive rights to the Empoleon name because of the fact that I used it effectively.
Well, you
to
used it-
destroy.
You used it when it was a defogger, bro, so you can't actually use it. It's a bad defogger here. Because it can't
You
defog.
traded Defog for Roost.
Which is a GOAT trade, by the way.
I would have named it Best Rooster.
Juno, why are you asking me this? Just go look at him. And we dropped the MV emotes in the chat.
Which one?
Oh, actually, we don't have MV emotes in my chat. We gotta get the MV sunglasses.
Yeah, I have it right here.
We gotta get them in my YouTube chat. And we gotta put those in
There
the
you
YouTube chat. We gotta put those in the YouTube chat. We gotta.
Oh,
make
how do I put it in? How do you? Can you
we
add
gotta
them?
make it. No, maybe I can. I probably have enough.
Cool.
That'd be fun. But anyway, he has some decent momentum via Empoleon, via Dragalge, via Kilowattrel. So 3 mons that could do it. I freaking love Gardevoir. Like I said when we originally went to this, I'm really high on Gardevoir. Like that mon is a freaking great draft mon.
You're high on Gardevoir.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
no.
I rate it very highly.
Okay.
Like I rate it very, very, very highly. Sorry,
Okay,
that's usually Dylan talks like that, and he's from Australia. So he's like, yeah, I'm real high on this, mate. And I'm like, yeah, bro, it's freaking fire. But yeah, Dylan's the GOAT as well. But anyway, love his Terra Caps. I'm interested to see if because of this style of team, where Ursaluna doesn't necessarily have to be AV because you have Dragalge and you have Empoleon to really tank.
Yeah.
Will he be able to break with it? Will he actually be able to break with it? Because you have to respect it, right? You already have to respect Great Touch, which is an amazing breaker, and Weavile. So will he actually be able to run Flame Orb on it? What up, Pyro? Or like some bulk up sets with Toxic Spikes, some bulk up. Maybe. Ohio. Yeah, Gardevoir is just fantastic. Specs is good. Scarf is good as well. Emmy, what you think about this Sun team?
Sun team.
You didn't embarrass me, Juno.
You got embarrassed, Joey?
Well, I have no problem giving people compliments. I think Envy's a good looking man.
Thank you. Remember I did that face reveal for Advanced?
Yeah, Vash UG.
I did a little face reveal and then I had my leather jacket sunglasses. It's on my channel.
Yeah, go check it out. Do you want to watch it?
It was semi-recent.
Dude, I freaking love Danny's team, dude. I freaking love his team. The biggest issue is his hazard control, right? But Drifloon's a good defogger, in my opinion. It's also like a good Espathra answer, which nobody got. And also, Fur is really fun for tidy up. When you dropped it, bro, he picked that up. He picked it up immediately. How you feel
I'm
about
not gonna
that?
spoil what happens to this Pokemon, but just don't get your hopes up, everybody. Just, listen. This Pokemon is Furret for a reason. It's Furret for a reason.
Get your hopes up, everybody.
You're gonna see Furret on this team, but then you're gonna be
Everybody
like, what happened to Furret,
get
guys?
your hopes up.
Where's Furret? I can't see Furret
Everybody
anymore.
get all your hopes up. Dude, I love this version of his Sun team because it's not full Sun, you know?
Yeah.
It's Zard, Sandy Shocks, Walking Away, which would be good in and outside of Sun now because of the knockoff flip turn, obviously Scald, and then Victory Bell, right? Those are like the 3 Sun abusers. But then your Defogger also learns Weather Ball, and then Macargo can do some fun stuff too. Macargo looks sick. I want to make that mon work.
Macargo's nice. I like
Macargo, Gary.
Macargo. I think he should have made Furret the Terra Captain, to be honest. I feel like that would have led him to probably seeing the true potential of this Pokemon. Because I'm gonna tell you guys right now, enjoy this Pokemon during week 1 if you even do see it, because this Pokemon,
You don't think he's gonna be there?
I think Furrets have a short lifespan, right?
I don't know.
How long does it take to get from one end of the Great Wall of China to the other?
Ferret walking, bro. Ferret walks.
It's gonna take 1/1,000,000th of that time.
Ferret walk,
for it
bro.
to get
Just Ferret
trashed,
walk.
thrown into the trash.
Look, this is my favorite version of the Sun we've seen so far. Good spikers, good mons in general. A lot of momentum as well for the team too. Volt switch, baton pass, U-turn, flip turn, baton pass on Ninetales. You know, good momentum on that. I freaking love Okidogi as well. I really did want to get it in draft, to be honest, but I just ended up not being able to. Like, I didn't think it ended up fitting with my team for what I wanted. But it's definitely something I want to draft. Something with Cleave or something I want to eventually draft
Yeah.
as well.
So I actually really like this team in particular, and what I really like about it. So of course, one of my many sayings is, if a team looks good, it plays good, and this team looks really good.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good.
Yeah, if a team looks good, it plays good. Like, you see, like, the first 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd go with the first 8 months. No, I'd go with the first 9 months, bro. Literally, look at the first 9 months. You got Wake, Ogerpon, Jirachi, Okidogi, Sylveon, Sandy Shocks, Charizard, Ninetales.
Like, they're all
Victory
good.
Bell.
Terra Charizard
All
is so
good. They
freaking
all
good,
look
dude.
so good. Yeah, they all look so good together. They all look amazing together. And Sun just benefits everything so nicely. Like, it just feels like, I'm gonna give like an opposite. Both teams are great, but I'm gonna give it like an opposite. Drew's team, all the mons look great. This team, all the mons look great. But these mons here on this team all have
Feel like they work. Feel like they
to each
work
other.
together. I get you.
Yeah, it's like, like an investigation, like a board or something, where they have all the strings that are like pointing to like everything, and then they have
get
like
you.
you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like that. That's what I think of when I look at this team. I think of an investigation, and all the clues are pointing to every other mon.
That's a good one. That's good synergy, and I'm excited to see it.
Yep.
I'm really excited. Like, I think the only thing that can make his team better is if he had like Tusk or like Screamtail over Sylveon. You know, like if that was possible. And even then, I
Husker,
still freaking
Screamtail
like,
over Sylveon. You need a fairy type.
No, Screamtail over Sylveon. And I
Oh,
said if he had
Screamtail over
Tusk
Sylveon.
better.
Yeah, Screamtail would have been nice. I like Sylveon though.
Sylveon's great. I freaking love it in draft. I had it too. I love Danny's team. All right,
Yeah.
my team. I love my team. I'll be honest. I love my team. The only pick I'm not like super sold on for me is Grafai, and I had to pick it up because my Braviary got sniped. That was the only one I got sniped from the entire draft. However, that did lead me to get Chimecho, which I think is so fire. I'm so excited about Chimecho.
I really like your team quite a bit. So my favorite picks on your team are the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 10th.
Damn. No love for Appleton. No love. No love. Unfort. Why don't you like Appleton?
No, I do. Well, so the ones I named are the ones I love.
Yeah.
I like Appleton.
He turned
I
so
don't
good.
love it.
He turned so good.
Yeah, I don't love apples. I like Appleton, but I wouldn't marry one.
Your last 2 picks are my favorite, dude. I'm excited for this because I feel like it's gonna take you probably like a couple games to get really into the love of my team, like in the way I really want to use it. Because I feel like there's so many different modes I can do, right? The offense, there's obviously fat stuff I can just sit back with as well. Polk can come every week, basically. Quavo can come every week type of thing. Like a lot of my Pokemon can come every single week and probably not be bad. Without Toxic Heatran's not the guy. Hey, much love, Daddy. Much love, bro. Chimeco's a wind chime. It should be really next month to get an ability change to Wind Rider. Am I right? I think Levitate's better though. What up, Michael? I think
I
Levitate's
feel like Wind Rider wouldn't really benefit this mon just because of its attack not being fantastic.
What's the other ability besides Wind Rider? The one that Kilowatt tries.
Oh yeah, it's wind power.
Yeah, which is like weird because I feel like it should also be immune too.
Wind power gains the charge effect.
Hancho, I think you said exactly what I'm thinking. I have so many options on my team that makes it just as hard as me as it does on my opponent. My opponent has to prep for everything, but I also have to figure out what is actually best when it comes to it. And I think that's something that I'm going to be thinking about for the next couple weeks until I actually really solidify how to play my team. Luckily, though, I am... let me read this comment verbatim. MV. I'm going to MV's channel real quick.
Nice.
You know what comment I'm talking about.
Oh.
Let me read this comment. The guy was so generous. So generous that he left it on multiple videos.
Yo, the spamming guy.
That was a very funny comment from MV's video. And...
I saw it on Kyle's vid, too. I saw it on, I think, one more channel. I forgot which one.
It said, love these leagues where one guy, Joey, has me, does this as his full-time job and smokes everybody who doesn't have time to prep properly, then interviews them telling them he got help from 16 different people and tested in fake battles 69 times while they randomly spent 1 hour during the week building an ass team. And it was just so ironic because he was typing this on Envy's channel when Envy and I mock with Envy 50 times a week for his team.
Yeah, we do.
we sweat with our teams. This is like, I'm doing this. Yeah, that comment was wild, right? I'm doing this over like a road to top 10 right now. So this is something I care about the content. So does Envy. So that comment's funny. Don't go attacking or saying
It's pretty funny.
It's actually just hilarious. Just the irony was the fact that
the irony was the fact that it was
on Envy's channel when the two people that made the finals of PPL were the ones who literally mocked the most with each other.
It was an exact copy paste from like
it's no secret.
Another comment somewhere else before.
It's literally not a secret. It's exactly he said exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's why it's gonna take me a while to get used to my team. There's so much good stuff. It's not like Samurai where I just set up spikes and go annihilate type of thing. I feel like, but I do think that my team is gonna be really cool. Where I finish, I don't think it's gonna start the same where it finishes. Right? I feel like I'll see different modes. Like I mean, look at my team in the PPL. Right? I was using more offensive heat trends in the beginning, and then by the end, I was using defensive heat trends, and they were cooking for me. There's just a lot of cool things. I really do want to try and get a Shell Smash sweep, or at least KO 2 to 3 Pokemon with Torterra. That's definitely what I really do want to do. But I like my team. All right, Envy, what's the flaws, bro?
Oh, the flaws of your team?
Yeah. I agree, Jay-Z.
Your team's flawless, bro.
Stop it. Flaw it. I'll tell you.
Your team's amazing. There's no flaws in this team, bro.
There's some flaws in this team. But I guess I'll keep them to myself if you don't want to talk too much about them.
No, you can say it.
Well, I mean, like I said, the biggest deal is I have to figure out how I want to use the mons. They're so freaking versatile. I got so many versatile mons. Like, literally. Clef, Azoth, Quill, like Thundy. Like, they're Dragapult. Like, what's the best Dragapult to run every week? Do I run it defensive? Do I run it dual screens? Do I run it heavy duty boots? Do I run it specs? Do I run it ban? Like, I think that's like, it's like when you get Mew. Like, what the fuck do you do? That's how I mean. I gave myself options, right? And this is the biggest thing as well. When I do a bunch of mocks, like, I'm gonna fight so many different things coming out at this. Like, I expect a lot of choice scarfers for Torterra, right? Which does mean I have to play the mon I'm most excited about differently.
Yeah.
So there's just things like that.
Maybe defog would help, but I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah. It'd be cool if I had defog as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hilariously, I think Hazards might still be probably even Quavo for sure. I don't.
I mean, it was for me. Like I had Quavo and Fortress as my.
Hazards, and yeah, he had two spinners, and it was still hard.
Yeah, the only Azure team that I had trouble with was versus Joey. Everyone else
To be fair,
was able to outplay and do
to
well.
be fair, I had Annihilate, right? And like that's
You
why
did, yeah.
this is also
Yeah.
why I think Viz is my worst matchup because it's the same thing, right?
It's the same issue where you can't defog safely.
And I can't
Like
spin.
you could technically, if you had defog versus Annihilate, and you have unaware and you have encore and stuff like that. So you could actually like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you could if you had defog had a much or have a much easier time against the Annihilate and stuff like that. But since you only have rapid spin, this
Exactly.
means that
Doesn't
you have to
QLC.
be running
Exactly,
something.
and it's just like I said, and that's why I also think, like I said, Viz is my worst. Viz is my worst, and there's a few others. Maybe we'll do a like in the pick'ems when the pick'ems come out. I actually talk about other matchups that I think are bad for me
Yeah.
as well. But
I
yeah,
think that's one flaw.
yeah, for sure.
So you want to talk about other flaws?
I mean, I think that's a really good one to think about, and like the whole, like I said, choice scarf thing, and really just figuring out like how to break the mold when it comes to the Pokemon. Clef, I'm gonna really try my best not to fall back on standard, but it's
Yeah.
hard when you have standard.
I'll tell you what one of your biggest flaws is. One of your biggest flaws is you
Can I
don't
run?
have a speed tier between Dragapult and Azelf. So if I wanted to run Sneasler, I could actually invest 100 EVs into bulk to be able to fling big nuggets.
So what
at
you're
a much
saying
faster
is
rate.
you're forced to run Jolly Sneasler versus me because I have an Azelf, which is exactly what I want by that speed tier being covered. Instead of
say
adamant,
that? Did
for
I?
the 40 extra points in attack, yeah, that's called a speed tier being covered. And then
I'll
if
give you-
and then maybe your base 100 mons, I have Thunders for that too. Oh, and then I also have Quavo to force them to run at least adamant max. Oh, but on top of that, I also have Overcoat to force them to run Jolly. You're not gonna get me on speed tiers, bro. Those are covered with my team.
You sure about that?
I'm positive. I got in the
I don't
middle, and
know.
I literally got, and then it goes lower than that. I got Heatran as well, right under that, and under that I got Torterra and Clef. I also have Grafai up there, and then even for the lowest of lows, I got Chimecho, which isn't even that slow, and I got Appleton. You're not gonna catch me on speed tiers, bro. When I said it for you, it was actual criticism, but I literally cover most, if not all, speed tiers with this team.
Hmm.
I got the slow, I got the mid, I got the fast. I still think your draft is good. Don't. Last
I
draft.
was talking about your draft. I was talking about yours.
I'm just saying in general. I know, but you said that because of what I said. All right, final draft, bro. This is one of my favorite teams. Like, legitimately, Kyle's one of my favorite teams. I cannot wait to see Beartick. I cannot wait to see what he does with Vale. What do you think, bro? Go ahead.
This is my week one.
Happy birthday to Kyle, by the way. It was his birthday
Happy
yesterday.
birthday to Kyle. Happy birthday to Kyle. So yeah, this is my week one match. I have to think about. We're gonna do pick'ems and stuff like that later, so we don't have to think about who's gonna win or not. But
Very cancer.
what we are gonna talk about is how strong this team is. I do think that the Terra Captains are high value picks for Terra Captains, especially Beartick. Beartick is a hugely powerful Terra Captain.
Oh, it's so
with-
good, dude. Yeah, it's so good with Lighthouse.
with Snow.
Nobody cares about Vale,
it's amazing.
dude. Yeah, Vale doesn't even matter when it comes to Beartick because it gets the defense boost. Also, Ninetales having Baton Pass, so freaking good for getting them on in. Oh, also, Envy, can you show that replay for the Colossal? In the not
Right
now. No. In the can you show it just to show like later? You know when? Like
Oh,
when-
but it shows the account. I don't want him to see. I don't want him to see the account.
no,
later
no.
though.
Later, you just cut out the account and just show the actual, like turn by turn.
Oh,
Later,
Like
when
the-
in your actual video, not now.
oh.
Later when you
yeah,
can
yeah,
crop
I
it.
do that, I
Later,
can do
yeah,
that.
later when you
I'll
can
do that.
crop it.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Because I
Like,
want,
show,
because
like-
I feel like people are gonna sleep on that one Terra Captain and be like, "Yo, it's not a Pokemon is as
No,
good as how
yeah.
you play it," and I want people to see that.
I'll show that, or we could even just talk about it, and
All right, so
we could even just say it now.
Kyle and MV already played, right? So no spoilers on any of the games. I know a lot of people are hating on Terra Colossal. I mocked with MV a bunch of times as I always do. I brought Terra Choice Specs, Fire Colossal, and I killed 5 or 6 of MV's Mons. Minimum 5. I might have killed all 6 of them with Choice Specs, Terra Fire Colossal in one of the mocks. I never got a speed boost. I never did anything. All I did was get it in, click Fire move. And Terra Choice Specs Fire move, 2 killed every mon on his team. I had enough speed to outspeed a lot of his Pokemon. It's actually the reason why he changed some of his EVs on some of his Pokemon. Like,
Yeah.
do not underestimate offensive fires that can tear up. Do not, as you will get cooked in this strat. Literally. Literally. Like, it's not terrible. It is not. I just threw specs on it too.
Cooked.
It was wild. That was actually such a fun game.
It was funny. It was actually really funny.
I think but yeah, I really like the Rillaboom plus Reveroom combo plus Veil, obviously.
He was able to fill up all of the Pokemon slots, and every single pick that he picked for his team has great value.
Yep. I really think people are like, yo, this team. What is this? Kyle's gonna cook.
This is easily one of the toughest teams that one could face, especially with his creativity as a builder. This is one of the teams the toughest teams you could face.
Yep. He's such a great he's literally such a great creative builder. I'm actually so hyped to see him use it. And Roy Moon is better as a non-Terramon now because it has knockoff. Like, it went from being whatever to having knockoff, which makes a big difference, in my opinion.
I think one of the scariest things, like, I could see a lot of scary mons on this team, but the one that, like, is super scary, just from my experience playing these kind of, like, builds and stuff like that, is seeing Hisui and Zoroark disguised as something else and not knowing which mon it is always like the most worrisome thing in a draft, because it's like you lose a lot of momentum if you make one wrong move. If you make a wrong turn, if something is disguised as something else that it's not supposed to be on the field or whatever, and you lose a mon or you lose a turn or something like that, that puts you behind so quickly.
Agreed. And honestly, it's really good. Like, I think Belly Bolt's really strong too. I think his hazard set is going to be good. We already talked about Reverie being good. I think Gligar's going to be fine without Roost. Like, the taunt stuff and just getting up hazards. Yeah, Mew is literally a wild card every week as well. I agree. I think people are really going to underestimate Kyle, and I think it's going to cost them.
Yep.
Like, I really think it's gonna cost them. But yeah, that's basically that for everybody's team. And now what we're going to do is actually going to rank the teams. How we feel. Shouldn't be too long of a ranking, I think.
Yeah. Everyone's team is great, so of course, disclaimer for the ranking thing is
there's no D tier. There's no
bad, okay, man, good.
No,
bad,
it's like absolute top tier, and then it goes from there. So if you guys want to rank up yourself, feel free to. Obviously, I have the ranking list in the actual description as well. But let's get it. I'll put that over there. So I want to say a team that I kind of just want to skip some things real quick and just put a team that I think is absolutely top tier, and I think that's Viz. Like, I think it's really hard to argue against his team. I think the hazard control, the hazards, the Annihilate, 100%, 100% deserves absolute top tier. I think that's one of the scariest, if not the scariest team in the entire league.
I agree. That team is really, really good. There's so much you can do with it. A lot of creative sets you can bring, and nearly impossible to safely get rid of hazards when you have an Annihilate on the field. So
agree completely. Like, this is legitimately like one of the, if not the best teams in my opinion. Is there any other team that you think is absolutely top tier, like so good above the rest that it's gonna you're gonna see it there? Because I'm looking through, I think your team's really good. Not really good as in really good list. I think your team's really. I'm just saying in general. Like, I think your team's really good, but I really do think that. I think Nexus is like. Well, I guess we can go in order from here. I just want to put that in absolute top tier. If we see more, we can get going.
Yeah.
All right, so Chase's team. Let's talk a little bit about Chase's team, right? So he has the Ogerpon bundle plus bundle, which is nice. Dawn Fan, which is great.
I'd put it in really good.
You think Chase's team is really good?
I think his team is really good.
What do you think holds it back from being top tier?
I don't know. Some of the picks, like, I feel like Grimmsnarl screens, you want some
better abusers.
Yes.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. I think it's still a good team. And I think I coughed like I did.
Bless you.
Okay. I think it's a good team regardless.
Yeah.
But I think really good is good. I think your team MV is pretty top tier. Like I said, I think your team is top tier. I think like I said, the only issue is that one thing we mentioned before. But I think all your Pokemon are good. I think the synergy is really good. I think your Terra Captains are extremely good. I think SPL is going to be crazy for you. I would put your team in top tier. Like,
thank you.
Like, I think your team is top tier personally. Like, I think this is a super freaking good draft.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you think about Mephisto? I have the doc open on the side as well if you want to open it as well, just to remember.
Oh, nice. Yeah, let me do that. I would put Mephistos in top tier as well. Probably under mine.
Yeah, because the first four are just so freaking. The first six, excuse me, are really, really strong.
Yeah.
I think Santakana Passimian are really good too, and I think Serena is great too, as well. But then he kind of like, Farigiraf is like,
fizzles out a little
yeah,
bit
it
at the
fizzles
end,
out
yeah,
just
with
slightly.
Farigiraf and stuff.
Farigiraf
Yeah,
kind of just
yeah.
fizzles out. I do think it's like the top half is going to carry as well, like you.
I think so too. He's like a top half kind of team, yeah.
How would you put Kale? Honestly, if you just saw the Pokemon without Kale, because this is based on teams.
Pokemon without. Also, yeah. It's tough because with Veil, it just enables so much on his team. I would put his team. I would put it in absolute top tier.
You think Kale's team is absolute top tier?
Yeah. I think it is. Oh, or maybe top tier, but like, I'd put it above me.
I do think Kale's
Or-
team,
or below me.
and this is just, I think it's really freaking good too. No, I think it's really freaking good too. None of the flaws? The flaws are none of us are Kale, and that dude's gonna carry this team like a goat.
Yeah. No, yeah. So I guess if it's just the team and not the player,
That's what I'm saying. That's
the
what
team
I'm-
is still pretty good. But yeah, maybe okay, maybe
I think
It's
it's,
gonna be-
I think it's top tier. I think it has a lot of
it's
options.
top tier. I think it's definitely above really good.
I think it's above really good too.
You want to put it next to Mephisto?
Yeah, I think it's top tier. I think with Kyle, it's a freaking incredible team. Like high key. I'm super excited for him.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I'm super excited to see how he does it. All right. The UU team itself, Leo.
I actually like this team a lot. I feel like there's so much you can do with it, versatility wise. I'm not sure how I feel about the Terra Captains though.
Yeah.
I
I think it's really good.
I think it's really good too. I think I would probably, because I do like the Mamoswine and Fernape, and I feel like there's a lot more immediate hard hitters that punish a lot more mons with coverage. Probably in front of Seabed.
I think that's fair. I do think he's a really good team as well, and I think he's a really good player as well. So I think it goes up as well. But we're trying to be really objective from there. He doesn't have a Pokemon that like stands out like, oh man, that's gonna murder me. That's gonna destroy my team. You know?
Yeah.
He doesn't have that. I mean, Mamoswine is as close as it gets in my opinion. Ape, but
Yeah, I think so.
all right. How would you put Druby?
Juby's team is good. It's really good, but good and really good.
I think with Druby it's gonna be really good, but I think objectively as a draft, it's good. I think that the biggest flaw is that his best answer to take Mons doesn't have a pivot move, so Slowbro, right? And then, like, I think he has good Pokemon. Like we've talked about before, I think he has collectively
Yeah,
good Pokemon.
and of course, this is not a reflection of the
Drew,
coach,
no, I think
more
Drew's
sort of the team.
Yeah, I think Drew can do it.
Drew could probably pilot this team really
Drew beat
well.
like
I
the
feel.
number. Drew smashed me and Mount like last season
Yeah,
to get
I think
into
he can
play.
pilot this team really well. But yeah, in terms of like the Mons itself,
I think it's our first good.
it's good.
I think it's our first good, like legitimately.
I think so too.
Dude, I freaking love Nexus's team.
His team is strong.
I like it. I think it's top tier, minimum.
100%. At least
Minimum top tier. I think it's minimum top tier. I feel like this is like.
I would like at a first glance, if I look at Kyle's team and I look at this team, I feel like I'd be more scared to face Nexus's team.
Yeah, it's just the Gambit, Moth, it's the Electrode type of thing. Would you go absolute top tier in just terms of team, or would you just go top tier?
I feel like Sandslash is not going to come at all.
Okay, so but if you cut off Sandslash, the rest of the team is insane.
Yeah.
So what would you do then?
I put it above Mephisto.
I can see it. I'll keep it.
I put it above Mephisto.
If I did have to put it absolute top tier, it'd be behind Viz. I think Viz is the number one in the draft, period.
Yeah.
I think Viz's team is number one in the draft, personally. All right, so let's go with Shuckle King. Okay, so Shuckle King, first 3 picks, insane. I think Umbreon's insane. I think his Terracaps are really good too. Like, this guy can give it like around 9, around 8. Like, something crazy like that. I think watching you guys mock will be really good content. Yeah, but if you do that, then there goes all our practice.
Our secrets will be revealed.
I guess we could do the post stuff, but the problem with that is I do all my games on. Okay, I do all my games on phone when I do mocks. Like, I usually multitask when I'm doing mocks, as well. How would you put Shuckle, bro?
Shuckle's team I like quite a bit. I think we were talking about how he can pivot into certain things and just having the, flexibility to switch around. I know that his Garchomp and Masquerader will probably be his best mons that he'll bring. Terramon Umbreon is amazing.
Really good.
I would put this at the forefront of really good.
You think it's really good? You think the thing holding his back is kind of like some of his other picks?
Yeah.
You don't think he's just gonna get carried by Garchomp? I do think Garchomp's gonna carry hard.
Well, I'm thinking about the team as a whole.
Objectively,
right?
beside the
Just one
player. Yeah,
mon,
beside the player. Okay.
Yep.
I think that's fair. I think it's very fair. Thomas, with the Baxcalibur Glow King, I think that automatically makes it scary as hell.
That automatically makes it really, really good. Like, the first 4 or 5 picks he has, I think, are pretty strong hitters for himself. And I think that the Terra Captains, because he has 3 Terra Captains, and I feel like all of them have good value.
Yeah.
The Sand Slash actually synergizes really well with the Chilly Reception from Galarian Slowking. The Pyroar is solid as well. And the Raichu, I think, is also really good too. I would put this somewhere in top tier.
But a top tier?
I put it somewhere in top
I do
tier.
think his first like 5 are insane. I do think his Terra. I think he has.
I think Kyle's is higher.
Oh, then Thomas is interesting. I actually think Thomas might be higher than a few of these too, but I'm more so interested in listening, to be honest. All right. Oh, we have the Bullet Punch Club, but this has the edits from week 2, so we're not going to count that. That's a different mon right there at number 13. The mon after Kilowattrel, that's a different mon.
Oh, okay.
You know which mon it is, right? It's the starter.
I know, yeah.
Okay. Great Tusk, Empoleon. I freaking love Great Tusk and Empoleon. I think Kilowattrel is beautiful. I think his Terra Captains are really good. I think Gardevoir is great. This is like between really like top of really good to like top tier for me. But I could see why if you would want to go lower. How are you gonna do it?
I'd put it at. Let me think.
It's hard to say, right? Because like Great Tusk and Empoleon, Weavile, Kilowattrel are so freaking good, right? Like
Yeah.
they outshine everything. But then I'm trying to think of like how much do I like Shaman? How much do I?
I like Empoleon a lot for this team. I
Yeah.
like Terra Cryogonal. Terra Kilowattrel is amazing. Weavile can just knock off a spam.
I think it's a strong. I think it's good. I think it's solid. Like I think it's really solid.
I would at least, at the very, very least, I would put it at the very top of really good. At least.
I can see really good. I really think that like his changes for week 2 actually make it even better than what it was.
His changes for week 2 make it way better. Yes.
Yeah, I think his changes would make it top tier, but we're going off of week 1. I'll put it at top.
Okay.
All right. So Vivid's team is very top heavy. Chiyu, Golden Go, Greninja, Kleavor, but then like you mentioned, the no toxic spikes.
The no toxic spikes absorber really hurts, and I mean I think the mons are really strong in general, but there are some holes I can see, and of course I mean just going off of team and not the coach piloting, because of course Vivid he could play it
Last
well.
pick,
I'm
Tyler.
sure he'll do really well. I think Drew's is higher than him.
Oh, you think Vivid is a good?
Yep.
I think his freaking first few picks are extremely fantastic, as you mentioned, right? Golden Go Chiyu. What up, Emmy? I just got home and it's freezing. Oh, I hope you can warm up, fam. Like, I think they're all insane, but I agree with you. I think the toxic spike weakness, like, is really, really, really bad for his team.
Yeah.
We'll do the other wake. Now, I'll be completely honest. Like, I don't know if you're looking at it, but I love Danny's team before. I love Danny's team before, but I love it after the transactions for week 2.
Yeah.
I think the week 2 transactions made it even better.
I think in terms of a team itself, this team is pretty amazing.
Yeah. I freaking love it. It's a good Sun team. I think it's the best Sun team we've seen yet.
Yeah. In terms of like, the drafts that we've seen, like it's better than, obviously easily better than the Sun team I drafted for the very first time.
And I think it's better than Drew's too.
And I think it's better than Drew's Sun team that he drafted, which I think Drew's is better than my Sun team because of the stuff that he got. So I think, yeah, for sure, this team is, it has so much on it, so much versatility.
I want to say like either high really good or like I could almost give it top tier. I freaking love it as a Sun team. And I do think the week 2, if we deal really good, I think the week 2 transactions make it top tier. Like I think the week 2 transactions help a lot, dude.
This team I put above, would you put it above Thomas though, or would you put it above Kyle?
I put like next to Kyle, if I had to. I like the Sun team more than I like the Hail backs. I'll be honest, because I think Walking Wake offers so much more. All right, I'll be honest. I think my team's top tier. I think my team is top tier.
I'd say middle of top tier.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's like insane. I think it's just solid.
Yeah. Can we move? I think we could move Nexus above me.
Yeah, I like Nexus team a lot. Maybe like
I don't. Well, I see. Like my team is. I feel like my team is so good, but maybe I'm just biased.
I mean, I think my team is like around here.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine with like one of these two, behind or even after Kyle. Like I love my team. I don't think it's like top tier. I don't think it's absolute top tier. I think there's one team that's top tier. Would you go to Nexus team absolutely top tier? Would that fix it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with it.
Put it below Viz.
Yeah. Viz is number 1, 100%.
I think so too.
Viz is number 1, 100%. But I really like Nexus team. I feel like if I pilot this team, wins. What Pokemon is the absolute top tier have on it? Absolute top tier has Annihilate, Tinglu, Corviknight, Dragonite, Jolteon, Glimmora, Armarouge, Rabombi, Basculin, Scyther, and Crocolore. I think this is pretty accurate as well.
This looks pretty accurate to me.
This is not a reflection of the coaches and how they'll play at all.
It's just a reflection of the team at a glance, kind of the whole picture of how everything looks to us.
Yeah, I agree. I honestly agree, and I'm really freaking excited to see how the weeks happen. So guys, on Friday most likely, or sometime during the week, we'll have the pick'ems for week 1, and then of course October 8th will be the week 1 games upload, and that night should be the week 1 stream watch together. So that's gonna be a good time. Again, if you guys want to support the stream for free, I do have a Best Buy affiliate link. I am a Best Buy partner. Simply clicking the link helps me out for free. But if you want to pick up something, maybe the hearing aid or anything from Best Buy, obviously you help me out. But like I said, simply clicking that link helps me out. But just, being there and supporting me. And thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting everybody. Check out all the coaches, please. If you're watching at home, check out all the coaches. All their links are down below. We're going to be watching them for 8 weeks. So make sure you check them out. You have any closing words?
If you haven't subscribed to me yet, please do.
Check
we just hit 75K, and now we are on the road to 100K. So
it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a great time. It will be indeed. So, yeah, I mean, today was just a great day of Draft League content. I'm really happy that we got to, show you all what we picked in the draft stream, talk about the draft stuff.
If you guys missed the actual draft stream or our team analysis, the actual draft stream happened at 11:30 a.m. So that's on the channel as well. And then also my team analysis went up at 4. Envy's went up around 2:30, 3 o'clock. So check out all the coaches' draft analysis as well if you guys want a better idea of them. And we're so hyped. This is my draft league with Shuckle King. Envy's helping us run it as well. So it's going to be a good time. I appreciate everybody. Click the link, bro, right now. Buy some. Hey, don't worry about it, Alejandro. Just literally clicking the link has supported me for free. So appreciate y'all. Everybody have a great night. I'll see you guys
night, everyone.
in a stream tomorrow with something that's not Draft League. Peace, guys.